We are celebrating our 50th game with a very special rescoring extravaganza episode.
We've had 13 Hall of Famers, 56 total guests. We've covered a game in every decade for the last 50 years. That's
50
impressive.
years. We are going to unveil our new top 50 games. Rolling up the sleeves to revamp this whole scoring system.
Let's talk about scoring. I have no problem being the asshole, right? And saying Reggie Bush, this regular season game against Fresno State, perhaps is not a 10.
Stakes 0 to 10.
Oh, it's a 10.
10.
Well, hold on.
And you guys go, shut the f*** up.
Let Mr. Bush rank his game.
The 28-3 game is 16th on our list. Behind the Iron Man match, a scripted entertainment product.
How is that not higher?
You're tapping a nerve here. Our scoring system is f***ing bullshit, and it needs to be completely... Look at number 1.
Mavericks Heat, I was at
Mark Cuban came here and just gave everything 10. Let's build this thing back up. Let's tear it down and build it back
There
up.
we go.
And then we will wrap it up with our first annual Gamey Awards.
Cuban Award for Worst Guest Score.
The Ernie Adams Award for Most Knowledgeable Celebrity Fan.
CT Award for Julian's worst pronunciations.
And the winner is...
Games with Names is a production of iHeartRadio. Welcome to Games with Names. Today, fellas and ladies, we are celebrating our 50th game with a very special rescoring extravaganza episode.
The stars are out.
Stars are out.
The red carpet's out.
What are these awards for?
These are for participation, baby.
Okay, all right, we'll see. Maybe we'll get into it in the show. We'll get into the show. Today we're going to be rolling up the sleeves to revamp this whole scoring system. We got change coming.
Change going to come.
Finally.
If you can change, and I can change.
Everybody can change.
The score, as you guys can see with the T-shirt. We'll each state our case for scoring changes and doing our best to keep it from coming to blows.
No promises. No promises.
As you guys can
Kyler's
see,
all fired up.
Well, we can save it.
we'll save you guys. Maybe will see what Kyler is wearing, and then we get at the end. We are going to unveil our new top 50 games, including a new number 1. A new number 1 game. New. Throughout the show, we'll be taking plenty of calls from the hotline.
Hotline, baby.
And then we will wrap it up with our first annual Gamey Awards. That's what the awards are for.
There they are.
Sneak peek. Can you believe we gotten 50 games in, fellas?
Insane.
And ladies?
Here's to 50 more.
50 more.
That's right.
Our quest is to find the greatest game of all time.
The GOG, baby. The greatest of all games.
Let's go.
Let's go.
May 7th, 2024. Nut House Studio, Brentwood, California.
After 50 legendary games, we're finally fixing what's broken.
This is Games with Names Rescoring Extravaganza. Let's reflect on these 50 games, Kyler.
It's been wild.
There's been scores of integrity.
A lot of scores of non-integrity.
And there's been scores...
A lot of sandbagging happening.
A lot of
sandbagging sons of bitches.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll get into that, but let's because we're recording this just a week before it's releasing, usually with us a little bit more time, let's catch up on some of the stuff that's been going on.
Housekeeping.
Some the live show. I don't think we've ever really talked about it. Sold out two shows in 45 minutes.
2 live shows.
That baby is
Awesome.
fast approaching.
And we've got some, I don't want
to say the guests we have,
but there's some good ones.
Current Pats potentially.
Yeah, there's some good ones. And we're currently creatively figuring out what it's going to be too. It's some fun. So fans, if you have any ideas, we're open to suggestions. Hit up the voicemail.
We got to make that thing look like a Kiss concert.
Yeah,
I'm talking light show. I'm talking smoke machines.
Did you see the Kelsey Brothers live show?
No, I didn't.
Don't watch it because we won't meet that expectation.
Hey,
it was a WWE event.
They had pyrotechnic.
They had fire. They had mud wrestling.
Bro, I'll come in there like Stone Cold, baby. I'll tell them what's up, baby. They can't got nothing on me. Sorry, Kelsey.
They have full live show,
Yeah, it was wild.
fireworks,
It was.
smoke.
Yeah.
We got that.
I regret that I brought it up. 'cause
We
I
got a
just was hoping
fireworks
you
guy
wouldn't
in
see it.
Boston. We got a smoke guy in Boston. We'll be good.
Jack's gonna come out
We'll
of
be
Jack's
good.
We got
salary.
some smoke people in Boston.
We might need a GoFundMe to do that.
We got t-shirt guns. We'll have cheerleaders. You name it. We'll be out in the aisles, crowd surfing. It's gonna be live. It's gonna be hype.
It's gonna be fire.
August
We'll show them how
freaking
Boston does it.
We'll show them how we do it, baby. The Wilbur.
Boston and all the people that are fans of the shows that are coming, traveling from a lot of different areas.
Germany.
Germany.
There's a fan from Germany coming.
We got what?
Yeah.
Taking it
Deutschland.
Yeah.
One hiking.
That's tight, bro.
That's squirrel. Is it? One hiking.
Oh,
Mom. Yeah.
Jack will get it.
We'll get it next time.
Dude.
Also, we haven't done it yet, but when this episode comes out, so now you will have just done the Netflix roast of Tom Brady. So we're just writing jokes now. There's some fun stuff. There's some killers out there. Hopefully he does well, but we'll recap that coming up in this window we're all recording. But
This is what do you say? A PSA?
public service announcement.
Public service announcement.
Yeah. These are jokes.
We're gonna be up here roasting, baby.
Jokes.
Yeah. And if you bomb, we'll just cut this out of the show.
No, but they're jokes. They're jokes. That's what people
jokes,
need to
yeah.
realize.
Yeah.
It's
a
coming from a
roast.
place of love.
Jokes are funny.
Yeah.
But jokes can get ruthless.
Do you have a favorite episode we've done so far?
Favorite episode. I loved the Ernie episode. That whole because we flew him out, or we probably shouldn't say that because none of the other guests are gonna want that. But not everyone's getting Ernie treatment.
Bro, back corner booth, Ernie eating. Ooh, that was fun.
Incredible.
I thought Slate was an awesome episode.
Slater was great.
He's fun.
Well, I wish he had his inhaler
Yeah,
when he was here.
I actually was going through some stuff. The Patriots sent me a box of stuff when I retired, and I got like mix of a bunch of different things. So for a lot of guys, James Devlin, I'm sending you a box of things, and there's gonna be so many great memories in there that I've had for 2 years now. But one of the things that I stole and I'm not sending back is one of Matthew Slater's inhalers. It's right there on the wall. That inhaler, I saw him every day before practice, and I would make fun of him. For a while, he had that there's like an extension piece.
The spacer, you need
The
the
spacer. Sometimes he'd be pulling the spacer.
The James.
Steve
See, otherwise
Urkel.
the medicine just hits you right in the back of the throat. Pause.
Pop.
Yeah.
No.
And you're not getting it into the
did he?
lungs.
No, did he?
No, did he?
As an albuterolsman, I know.
Can I have?
We got to bronze that thing. It's
I've
sick
got a
up
hot
there.
take. Is Slater the greatest of all time rec spec inhaler kid?
Ooh,
I don't know. We're gonna have to. If anyone's
certainly got a strong case.
I don't know any other ones, so I think he is. But for everyone out there, can we get some suggestions in the comments on who's the
All
best
time rec spec inhaler guys.
rec spec inhaler guy? Rec spec inhaler guy. That's what we need to know.
So Ernie's your favorite episode? You think?
Terry was fun.
Terry was great.
Terry Bradshaw. By the way, just had a Fox retreat with him. Terry don't even know how to play dice. He was on them dice, the craps table for about 50 minutes, hitting hard 8s, hard 4s. I mean, he must have hit 4 or 5 hards. It was insane. It was so fun. Only Terry Bradshaw.
Hard ways, baby. You're a hard ways guy.
Love the hard ways.
In gambling and in life.
There's been some hard ways. There's been some hard ways.
Jack, do you have a favorite episode?
I would say Ernie was awesome just because that's like an A1 super special. We flew him out. Terry was incredible. I gotta say, back in our Canal Street days, getting Jared Zabransky and Adrian Peterson on the screen at the same time.
Me
I know they
too.
zoomed in, but just having those two guys in our presence at the same, like, I was like, holy shit, we made this happen.
Yeah.
It was like the second one we ever did. I was like, this is crazy.
Well, Jack has a term that's like the elevator pitch games.
Yep.
And like that was our elevator pitch game for a while.
It really
We'd
was.
Start conceptualizing the show, the like Statue of Liberty game, and trying to get. We've since moved on from it now a little bit, just because scheduling's a pain. But try to get players on each side, and like that was just a cornerstone thing, and that was awesome to happen.
I was like, wow, we can really do this thing.
I mean, there's an elephant in the room.
I'm missing something here. I'm missing something.
Is he not probably the most Jack Ginger you've ever seen in that damn Zoom interview? I actually
was
said
at the
Jack
gym.
Gingers. He's yoked. Zembransky was yoked. He's living the Zembransky life right now. I mean, I saw the veins.
He came jacked and pumped, baby. Wait, now I'm trying to think of Jack Gingers.
Does Conor McGregor count?
I don't think Connor's
Really,
ginger.
he's not really ginger.
You're kind of gingery. Your beard is.
I know, but I'm not jacked.
Andrew Santino, he's in shape, but he's a comedian, so he's not that jacked.
Oh, who's the pale ass dude from WWE?
He's the
Sheamus?
Irish guy. Shane,
Yeah,
is it Shane?
Sheamus something?
Sheamus?
Yeah.
I don't know. But that's
Oh,
Is Max Crosby?
Yeah, he's
Crosby.
Yeah, our guy.
He's not like Zembransky was like 8-pack.
Well, he's
Very
doing
vascular.
he's doing the Rocky IV thing in Boise, just throwing logs around, like training and
Now
and
Crosby is probably he goes in a category of baddest of all time gingers.
Bamf, yep.
Like not just jackness. He's getting up there in that.
Barnes. You think William Wallace was a ginger?
Well, I'm watching I'm watching that new Ben Franklin movie.
George Washington was a ginger.
I think he was. He
He's
sent
bald,
over
too.
Ben Franklin during 1776 Revolutionary War to go make a peace treaty with the old French.
and he made a peace treaty with a bunch of teenager girls.
Easy, Kyler.
Okay, Jack, give us some stats.
The guy's dead.
Give us some games. Give us some games.
Hold
with
on,
Names
I'm over here
Stats.
looking up Jack Ginger's Ed Sheeran not making the cut, brother. Carol Burnett,
He's talented.
sorry.
He's in that same category. He's insane.
He's a beast. Conan, sorry. Julianne Moore, sorry.
Conan was awesome. I used to remember he had his late night show on like TNT or something, TBS.
Yeah, bro.
I used to love that show.
Triumph, bro. He let it rip. I love Conan.
He has a new show on HBO. It's great.
Come on our show, Conan.
Yeah, it's a travel show. It's awesome.
Should we toot our own horn here
Yeah,
for a
give
minute?
us- get some
Let's
games
toot
with
our
Names
own
Stats.
horn and
Yeah.
look at some all-encompassing games.
Over the
with
first
Names
50
Stats.
episodes.
Over the
games.
first 50 episodes.
Games,
I mean,
not episodes.
Games. We will be building on these numbers tremendously. But we've had 13 Hall of Famers, 56 total guests. We've covered a game in every decade for the last 50 years. That's
50
impressive.
years.
That's insane.
Hella football, hella sport, hella basketball, hella
Not
soccer,
hella
UFC.
hockey though.
hockey.
Two hockeys. We have covered 30 championship games of various levels of various sports. We have also done 27 NFL games, 6 college football games, 8 NBA games, 3 MLB games, 2 NHL games, 1 soccer match, 1 the basketball tournament game, also a championship game, 1 college basketball game, 1 UFC fight, and 1 wrestling match. That was, of course, WrestleMania, the Iron Man match. No one can
Iron
forget
Man
that.
match.
Bret Hart, Shawn Michaels. Well, don't even get me started.
Kid.
We also have had hundreds of botched pronunciations. And we got plenty more that's coming.
Not a word guy.
No.
Not a read guy, not a word guy.
Names is in our title of our show, but we're not great with names. Zambransky,
Zembransky.
Reggie,
Applewood.
We had Reggie Williams.
Reggie Williams.
We had Bart Kreischer.
Rod.
Bert-
Hey, maybe that might
Rod
be an
Ribble.
award. Spoiler later.
Oh, yeah.
So
Best botch name.
let's do a quick game. Our TikTok people say this is good.
Okay.
High, lows, ha. Favorite moment, worst moment, funniest moment. Quick. What do you guys think?
Jules, you go first.
Well, jeez.
All right, I'll go first. You want me to start it off? I got my best moment. The cat's out of the bag. Zabransky, Adrian Peterson, the same time in our studio via Zoom. That was awesome. My low, reliving 18-1. I mean, jeez Louise,
yeah.
don't put me through the pain again. Next thing you know, we'll be doing like the Bill Buckner game or when the Celtics lost last year to the Heat in Game 7 of the Eastern Conference Finals. I mean, God.
We should though.
And my ha was having Uncle Terry in here talking about his booty cheeks being out in front of Matthew McConaughey, hanging dong. I mean, that was
Booty cheek
awesome.
clapping. Uncle Terry.
Uncle Terry kept me laughing the whole
Uncle
time.
freaking Terry.
Oh my gosh. High, low, high. I love this game.
You want to go? Shall I?
You go. I'll
My high. There's a few because Ernie, Terry, those are like classic growing up football fan. Like that's love. Also, I went to Virginia Tech for a little bit, so Mike Vick on the Zoom was awesome too.
That was awesome.
Talking about their championship game run, I guess. But I think my high, honestly, from is when we got funding to do the show. Honestly, like we were like coming up with this
high.
idea, and like
good high.
you were still playing, and so we conceptualized a show that could be shot not weekly to match your schedule. And it was when sports gambling was happening. We me and Jack on the whiteboard back in the BU campus days.
Shout out to Commonwealth Ave,
Commonwealth
baby.
Ave.
Alston, Mass, stand up.
That's right. So
Go
actually,
hit
just,
that Canes.
That Cane's
down
right there on the
street.
corner.
Cane's.
Aganis Arena. Stand up.
can I just say something? I had Canes here recently.
No
Not the same. Not the same.
Dude, the guy.
The Texas Toast didn't hit.
Well, I only just go strips. I just do strips a la carte. That's it.
Texas Toast almost damn best thing there.
My man Josh used to always give me his coleslaw. Texas toast good. You're missing out, bro.
I'm missing out. So
But you do like the Louisiana hot sauce they put there. You
I
go
do like the hot
Louisiana-
sauce.
You
I
go
do
Louisiana
hot sauce and then in the cane sauce. Whatever. So that's my high. Getting money to make the show.
Yes.
Um.
Thank you, WinBet.
Thank
Low,
you.
what's
Thank
your
you,
low?
WinBet. My low to be on trend here, or to be on theme for the show is every single time we score a fucking game. And we'll not to keep teasing this, but we'll go into that more later. And
There's
then
been some integrity scores.
there has been some integrity.
Maybe in
scores,
a
that's
hand.
true.
Kyler goes full Walter
Five
check every episode.
Does anyone give a fuck about the rules anymore? Market zero. Damn it, Donnie. And then funniest moment, just all of Gary Gulman. Just the
Your
whole
boy.
the whole thing. Just I love Gary.
We saw a new friendship being born right in front of our eyes. Two bros, man.
Yeah.
You know, my dad didn't really look at me like I was that kind of guy.
Oh my God!
Actually, no, hold
Dude,
on.
new impression just dropped.
Let me change my funnest. It's honestly, I hate to be a tease to the fans out there, but like some of the conversations that have happened post show in the back, that's been very fun.
That was your ha.
Oh, right. Ha.
I love ha.
Yeah, there's been some
Yeah,
ha's.
some
Yeah,
ha's.
there's been some Gronk ha's. back
I
there.
enjoy sharing laughs
Yeah.
with my friends. Yes.
Yes.
All
Some
right.
inside jokes, perhaps.
Amen.
My high, low, and ha's. We'll start with the high. My high was probably when we had Gronk on the episode.
Hell yeah.
I mean, he's just fun to hang out with, talk war stories. And Gronk remembers so much more than I do sometimes. That like he'll tell a story and then I'm like, oh shit, that happened. Fuck yeah. So that could be, that's a high. My low is sometimes I got two lows. Sometimes when Kyler comes, he wears these blue shoes and he takes them off and it makes the whole fucking studio smell. That is an absolute low. I mean, it smells. I have a fucking candle budget because we do this out of my house. I'm spending $5,000 on candles to try to get this goddamn smell out of
Shout
my
out
goddamn
Dip Teeth,
studio.
baby.
Okay. Another low is my guy's wearing dress shoes.
Yeah. I mean, this is a extravaganza today.
Is it? Okay,
You're wearing
extravaganza.
fucking sandals and your balls are out.
Balls are not out. But
I wish they were.
I do have Rocky
There they are, baby. Apollo Creed underwear for you.
Apollo Creed underwear.
For all you audio listeners right now, we got to take a quick pause for a fit check. Kyler has dressed for the occasion.
I'm doing
Yo, give the
you,
people what they
Mark.
want.
I bought a couple pair because you did it.
Jules and I got t-shirts, shorts, hoodies, hats.
No
Casa de
respect.
Rosa.
No respect for the
Kyler
game.
is full tux right now
You
for
don't
all you audio
respect
listeners.
Wood. I gave them months in advance to wear something nice to respect the.
You know what a
sanctity
real
of
football
scoring.
guy or a real sports guy would wear?
What?
What he always wears.
That's the stupidest
That's right,
thing I've
baby.
ever heard.
What he always
right.
wears.
Stupidest thing I ever heard.
What he always.
Audience.
Can I get to my ha moment,
Yes.
Mr. Krabby Patty?
Yeah, go.
This just came up to my head. My ha moment was when it was one of our first shows. We got Sam Morrell on there.
The man, we love you, Sammy.
We love Sam, and if you don't know Sam or you don't know what you're getting into with Sam, no filter. So we have this guest on by the name of Kurt Warner,
Hall of Fame, Super Bowl winner,
Hall of Fame, Super Bowl winner,
multiple MVP winner,
multiple MVP winner, and
man of faith.
man of faith. Guy is a man of faith. We love Kurt. Kurt loves faith. And I think, Sam's opening joke had to do with like jacking off or a Harvey Weinstein joke.
was
I
a
don't know
great
which
one.
one it was.
Oh, that made me cracking up.
I'm sitting there and I'm seeing Kurt's reaction and I'm sitting there watching Sam deliver this thing and I'm just like, oh my God. Yeah, Kurt's on that cover too or whatever it was.
But you know what? Like, to make this a positive, when Sam dropped a cunnilingus joke to Peyton Manning with neck surgery.
Yes.
Peyton Manning went along.
He did.
What
Peyton
a good
laughed.
sport.
What a good sport.
What a good sport.
So those have been small moments. Those have been small moments.
All right,
great, huh?
let's get into the whole point of this show. We've alluded to it a lot, but let's talk about scoring and the problem that we have. Now that all that fun stuff's out of the way, I've got a lot of problems with both of you people. Now, I've got a lot of stuff.
What do you mean, you
You
people?
fucking too. I've
do
got
you mean,
problems.
You people.
I've got problems.
What do you mean,
now,
you
if
people?
if-
Coming from
before I
a
fully
very Aryan, bearded man.
we're both German. Relax. Here's your opportunity. If you guys want to like say anything that we could do better about the scoring system or what's not working about the score system. If you don't, I have plenty. But here's your platform.
Layering of
Okay,
grievances.
you know, as a man that has been learning
How to read?
television, been learning the interview process, the communication and the feel of the person you are having and you are hosting onto your platform, show, whatever it is. As a man that does that and at my learning process, I like to allow the guest to feel special in his own special way.
Agreed. We're hospitable.
You know, that's a hospitable thing to do, Kyler.
Okay.
Now, do I agree with them? Absolutely not. But who am I to say anything to them while they have the spotlight? It's their time to shine for their game.
And this is in 90% of the time, if not more, it's like the high watermark for these guests' life. Like, this is the biggest game. Not this show. No, not being on this show. This is a big honor. But this game that they're breaking down with us, it's like, this is a 10 to them. So when they're giving it a 10, I understand. This
Exactly.
moment meant a ton to these people. So I'm with you. I'm in the same boat. I don't have the balls to argue.
And like for Bert Kreischer, he doesn't even remember the time it is his favorite time of all time.
Yes. He's had better times that he forgot than we ever had that we remember.
Okay, well then
that
what
makes
is
any sense.
what is the goal of scoring? Is it to make our guests feel nice and fluffy and comfortable even though you let them sit on this fucking couch? Or is it the sanctity of sport, competition, finding the
That's
greatest
probably the right
game of
answer.
all time? Or are we just playing fucking tummy sticks and just letting a regular season game be a 10?
All right, dude. Like, it's broken down like this. Okay? We're going to have our own scoring system. It's kind of like at the combine and pro days. You hear the kid goes out and runs a 4.3 at his pro day, but at the combine he ran a 4.56. Okay? There's professional scoring and then there's pro day scoring.
Okay, so you guys got what you needed to get out?
I don't even know what I just said.
When people do go full Billy Bob, Varsity Blues, I give it a 10. I'm like, man, I would like you to put a little thought into it because sometimes
Yep.
it does feel reactionary and
Yep.
it's a little quick to like, a 10. Like, that bugs me, sure.
Yeah.
But I will say the one gripe where I'm like, man, come on. When I like really care about the scoring system is when a game that is of the level of a 28-3, when that is below some of these games
Yes.
that are not on par with the 28-3. When I see it all laid out like that, I'm like, that really grinds my gear. That gets my goat. But otherwise, like, those are my two big ones. Is something being too low and then like a quick 10.
We'll get into some of the receipts here too, but
Okay.
So off of you, Jack.
Yep, go ahead.
So I'll be the one that's the asshole. I have no problem with being the asshole in my life, personal and career.
I got a quick question.
Go for it.
How's that bow tie feeling right now?
It's feeling lonely.
Should
It's
be.
lonely. It's actually your bow tie. I don't have a bow tie.
Good looking bow tie.
Thank you. Anyway, so I have no problem being the asshole, right? And saying Reggie Bush, this regular season game against Fresno State, perhaps is not a 10. And then what you guys do is Jules goes, shut up. It is great. And then Jack goes, yeah.
I'm the hype man. I'm
So,
Jules' Flavor Flav.
So like that's when I open the door for debate and you guys go, shut the fuck up. You sandbagging bastards. And the wardrobe today is apropos of this whole thing where I'm the only one that cares about this thing. And it makes me sad.
What are you talking about?
There's no integrity.
Do you even see what I'm wearing?
Bro, that's a sick ass Rocky t-shirt.
are
You know what this
embracing
is?
debate.
Rocky literally defeated communism and ended the Cold War. Just like we're ending the discussion of some of these scores that
Ask Ukraine how that's working out for him. The stakes are too high. The guests are biased. We aren't embracing debate. We're supposed to be experts in finding the greatest game of all time, and we're just making sure our guests are comfortable. And
I can change.
You can change.
Leon can change.
Okay, but now let's be constructive here. Well, first, before we get constructive, let's just take a look at our top list right now. Right? Can I just a couple of
Who put 10s on all these? On all
these are the scores. These are the scores from the episode. Right? Okay, right. Who put 10 on all these, Jules? The guests that you let off the hook.
I gave it a 10.
Mark Cuban, I think, takes the heat for a bigger issue, right? So here's the 2011 NBA Finals Game 6, Mavericks versus Heat. 9.5. It's third overall. It's in front of the 18-1 Super Bowl and right behind two AFC Championship games, the 2018 one and 2003 one, both Patriot wins. The almost tie game. The almost tie game, a regular season game that's known for almost being in a tie, is number 6 ahead of the 2004 ALCS.
It was almost a tie.
It's almost a tie. Almost.
Okay. I mean, ties worldwide are looked at like in soccer. It's
the Bush push.
I can't even argue that.
We all want to kiss our sister.
The Bush push, a week 6 game, right? Granted, there's undefeated seasons, whatever.
Man.
It's right ahead of the 1999 Women's World Cup. Ahead of the 1999 Women's World Cup. Also ahead of the 28-3 game is 16th on our list. Behind the Iron Man match, a scripted entertainment product.
It's not scripted.
It's still real to me, damn it.
Not scripted.
It is
There's
not.
more. The Can't Wait game. The Can't Wait game, a Giants divisional round game, right, is ahead of the Patriots Seahawks Super Bowl.
That's a marketing guide. He knows we're going to talk about it in this thing.
So, and then there's more here. I will say that the TB12 final, Team Barstool is 32nd on this list.
Starfish
ahead of the UFC Khabib versus McGregor fight, ahead of a BCS National Championship game, ahead of a Game 7 of a Stanley Cup final that ended in riots, which is 45th on our list. The only thing that we've nailed is the Pro Bowl being last. I will say that.
Yeah, well, I think that's higher than the Barstool one.
It might be too. I don't disagree with that. Okay,
Sorry, Brandon Marshall.
So now enough negativity. Let's build this thing back up. Let's tear it down and build it back up.
There we go.
We've got some solutions, and we've listened to our fans who sent in the hotline with some opinions and advice. Let's hear it.
Yeah.
Connected to Kyla's iPad.
Listen, huge fan. My name's Alec. I love your show. It's great. Jules, you're awesome. But this scoring system, what are we doing? This is not it. You can't let these guys come in big pantsy, Jules. Like, yeah, just tell them, no, that's not right. But I'm not in your position, so that sucks. But you want a scoreologist? You want someone who knows what they're talking about? I'll be your guy, I promise. The only legitimate score I saw up there was the 2004 ALCS game being number 3. But anyway, love you guys' show. Talk to you.
First off, Kyler, who the fuck did you hire to throw that one in?
Not this one. Not this one.
Big pants.
Big pants. I never even heard that term.
Not
I kind of like it.
I kind of like it.
I've never met an Alec in my life.
We might need to start using big pants.
Yeah, I agree, I guess. Yeah, right.
Jules, the way to improve the scoring would be for you and Frank or whoever else to score the game yourself. Don't let the guests score it. If it's a Patriot game, obviously you have to absolve yourself because you're biased, but you guys got to score it and you got to use decimals as frequently as possible. Don't let the guests score it. This is Matt from Chicago.
Chicago.
Hey, Matt.
Actually, that's not a bad idea. What are we going to eliminate the guests from scoring the game?
I don't agree with that, but I think
Frank is the most biased person you'll ever fucking meet. This guy still talks about the 1998 Super Bowl. That was him coaching.
Games with Names. This is Aaron Andrews from New England.
Wait. Can you pause? It said Aaron Andrews?
It said Aaron Andrews.
Is it? Type?
Hello, Games with Names. This is Aaron Andrews from New England. You got a case of the 10s, but maybe if you had levels to a cap on a certain number for each game, whether it's like a divisional, a championship, or just a regular season. I don't know if this makes any sense. you introduce math that I kind of clench up. So maybe this will jog your creative minds. Either way, looking forward to your podcast. Thank you.
I like the case of the tens.
Case of the tens. That's
diagnosable.
pretty good.
Got a case
What's
of
up,
10.
guys? Just wanted to call in. I'm not up to date on all the episodes, so
Turn it up.
this may have already been figured out. But with the question of how to figure out the scoring system, I think the easiest way of fixing this is just having the guest, Jules, and then any other co-hosts all rank each part of it. So like the game overall, the gameplay, everything like that, and then you just average that up. That way you can't have someone like Cuban come in and just give a 10 to everything. That 10 will still count a little bit, but not all the way.
We don't need to.
Oh, so what is this? This is a Pro Bowl? You got fans, you got coaches, and you got fucking internet and player. How do they even do the Pro Bowl?
Is it fan
voting? No, we don't. Fan voting is too complicated.
I just can't get over that guy being named Aaron Andrews. That rocks.
Okay, we got one more.
Probably, you think about it, it's probably a common name.
But he's probably AARON.
AA?
Yeah, the male version.
Yeah, I mean, I've met like 100 Susie Colbers in my life. Like,
did you kiss him?
Sorry. Shout out, Joe.
Jesus Christ.
Fellas, I think I got a pretty easy solution here for your scoring predicament. You just got to take Jules' opinion. You got to take the producer's opinion, whose name I cannot remember. Jackie. Take Jackie's opinion, take the guest's opinion for each category. So, Cubes put you guys in a body bag. I get it. Hard to say no to that guy. And Jules, you throw out a 7. Jackie Boy throws out a 7.5. I'm not here to do math. That's for you guys. But you take the aggregate of those 3, and that is the category score for that. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I think you do that for all 4 categories. You'll get a little bit more of a fair scoring system here because, Cubes absolutely dominated you. But love the show. Glad you're back.
Aggregate.
When he's throwing down words like aggregate, man.
Okay, so we have a solution. We've talked about it. We've discussed it. So here's what we're going to be doing moving forward. We listened. We talked. Jules, you will have your own score. Jack, you will have your own score. Kyler, myself will have my own score, and the guests will have their own score.
And we'll average it all?
And we'll
use the aggregate of all 4?
100%.
This seems reasonable.
We're going to keep the categories as is. We're going to do stakes. We're going to do star power. We're going to do gameplay, and we're going to do the name of the game, which is also the cultural relevance of the game. We'll let the guests score how they want on the show, but we'll guide them to an integrity score as best we can, encouraging decimals and to belittle 10.
Back is all jacked.
You're comfy over there, baby.
Nice, it's comfy.
I get comfy for this.
We'll belittle 10s, and then how we're gonna do it to make the show like seamless, because Jules, Jack, and myself, we always prep before, just watching game footage, going over the rundown of the show. When we do the prep process, we will score before the guest comes on, and we'll have our scores already going. That doesn't mean that we can't be changed based off of the conversation, because I think it's important to take a primary source's information and put it into if we're going to be integrity here. So it doesn't mean we can't change our score, but we will have scored the game ahead of time so that when the guest scores, we'll be able to average all of them and come up with a new final score. So that's what we're going to be doing moving forward.
So we're taking it before?
The 3 of us will score before. The guests will score live, and then we'll get the final.
So we're scoring twice.
Yeah, but we're not gonna do it on camera. We're gonna be doing it during research. We talked about this.
No, I know that, but I'm just saying.
When we actually get to the scoring the show, we'll let the guest score, right? And then we'll reveal our score that's already in the rundown, and then we'll average it together. So if they say a 10, and you say an 8, and you say an 8, and I say a 10, which I won't, it'll be a 9. I just was doing easy math. It'll be a 9. Oh, we see that it's a 9, right? So we're just... The information, it's like in a cooking show when they cook something before.
It's like an electoral college type shit. The popular vote doesn't matter.
That's only on your brain because you're watching Franklin.
Yeah, it kind of is.
Shout out Michael Douglas.
So that's what we're gonna be doing moving forward.
Shout out Michael Douglas. He's probably the coolest.
He's so cool.
You think Benjamin Franklin was that cool?
He did supposedly invent
a lot of
stuff. The bifocals thing.
He was never in Wall Street, so I don't know. Yeah. Douglas got him beat there.
So that's the score. That's the new scoring system.
New score.
Now, if you're an astute listener, you might say, well, what the fuck? We're talking integrity. What about these 50 games we just did? Well, now it's me and Jack and Jules. Leading up to this episode, we all went over each game and scored them independently. And now we're going to take the prior show's score or the guest score. And then before we had the guest score, the show's score. And then we'll average all 4 of those scores up. And then we have a new top 50 list. And now we're going to go over those top 50 and reveal what our new integrity-based top 50 games are.
The folks from Ernst & Young delivered them in a sealed briefcase. We don't know the results yet. This is live on the air. We will be reacting to these. We're righting our wrongs. The envelopes are in. Let's get to it.
The envelopes are in.
We ready? So 50 to 41. Okay, let's unveil the 50th game.
The 2012 Pro Bowl. Right where it should be.
Right where it should be.
49. TBT final, Team Barstool versus the Notre Dame alums.
Whoa, wait a minute. Let me see these real quick.
Ooh, Jack's throwing out full zeros here on Pro Bowl. 0 stakes, 0 name. I think that's fair.
Look who has a little Russian judge in it.
Yeah.
So the Pro Bowl still got beat by Barstool game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, 48.
I think for me,
Giants
the reason...
Nationals. That's the worst game ever. That's the 3rd worst game we've done. I'm wearing a Giants hat right now.
It's baseball.
Sorry,
it's a division round game.
47. What's 47?
The fake spike game. 2013 Week 8 Lions Cowboys.
That beats a NLDS game.
They went 18.
Star power football.
Week 8. It's literally the worst. That's the worst week in football. It's when like half the team's hurt. The grind starts. I'm just trying to shout out there for the seam heads.
Yeah.
You know, you seam heads out there, I'm with you. It's fucking bullshit. NFL owns everything.
I know.
I mean, it is wild, but look at the numbers. People are tuning in on a Week 8 game more than a division round game in baseball.
Easy, Rod. All right, we get it. 46 Gilbert Arenas 60 game.
06.
I gave a 6.9 average score.
Nice.
3.5.
All right, we're moving into number 45. The Manning 7. This is a Week 1
Manning
game.
7, Week 1.
2013 Broncos Ravens.
Ooh, I give it a worse score than. Oh no, I gave it a better score. Peyton Manning only gave it a 6.88. Huh?
Pretty.
Well, that was before we did it with Peyton. So that was you and Sam.
Okay. Solid. I think you guys came to a pretty solid one.
What I'm noticing as a trend here so far is that Jack is the hardo, the biggest hardo here. Jules is giving the best scores, and I'm somewhere in the middle.
Closed ballot votes, I turn into the hardest of hardos. When it's closed ballot, you get me in the voting booth and you pull that curtain.
Hardo.
Going low. 44. Let's move on to 44 here. The Snover time game. LaShawn McCoy, Colts, Bills, Week 17. A little bit of playoff implications here, but it's still a low scoring.
Great
Bills.
number.
Yeah.
44. I love that number.
Tom Raffin.
If we had a visual, like a visually stunning game,
yeah,
this would be top.
Good jerseys popping in the snow.
The red on all reds.
And it was a beastly game to play as good as LaShawn did.
Yeah, and went to overtime.
Oh, shady.
Number 43. Ah, man.
Out the club game?
The out the club game at 43.
It was Week 11. I get it.
Amazing about this is...
Me and Gronk gave it the same score.
It ended up being the same score as Gronk's
page.
Score.
Wow.
What a fucking... I just love Rob.
That's a man of integrity.
Man of integrity.
It's a 6.5, and then we went through it, and it was a 6.5.
Shout out to Jonas Gray.
And it stayed to the same exact position. All right, let's see 41 here.
Oh, sorry, I got
Miracle in Morgantown with Vic.
Shout out
42.
Vic. 42. The Hank Aaron game.
That jumped up 5 spots.
Wow, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I can dig that on to 41.
Go Hokies.
The 2009 Western Conference Finals Nuggets late. See, that being ahead of Miracle in Morgantown, it irks me a bit. But you're being in the 40s.
Stakes, I think it should be noted that stakes in college football at this era before the college football playoffs were a lot higher.
In the BCS era.
If you had national champions expectations, those were essentially elimination games. Not
pretty much got to go
entirely,
undefeated.
but close, yeah.
And it's a trophy game, Black Diamond Trophy.
Black Diamond Trophy.
Yeah, but
Vic didn't play super well in it though, but it had a great ending.
Yep, when it mattered
stakes,
most.
I give it a 7-2 on these stakes. Yeah, it's a finals game, bro. Still, it's got to be over a C.
Yeah.
Western Conference Finals.
See, you look at it. You look at it like a great,
Western
like an
Conference.
ABCD. Like I just go like 1 through 10. I don't
think of it like that.
I don't think of it like that, but I get where you're coming from.
I do the same thing where I
if it's a 5, it failed.
For me, a championship game is a 9.
These get degrees. If it's a 7, you're average. average to very good is lower 8s. If you're a 9,
that's great.
You're rhyme. And ain't nothing hitting a 10.
For me, like championship game starts at a 9, and then it can gain incremental points if there's like, some legacy stuff, if there's some backstory.
Yeah, if it's
or it
championship
can
game
lose.
7 though.
Yeah. Well, no, but then I think like a game 1 will lose some points. So I might have like a game 1 Stanley Cup final be like an 8.8, whatever. Or if it's a game 7, it might go up to a 9.5 or whatever.
I agree.
Yeah. Okay, so that was our first 10.
First 10.
First 10.
I feel like it feels better.
Yeah.
Feels like
It's getting there.
We're getting
some
there.
more
I
integral.
gotta
We're on the
see
right
it all
track.
when it's done.
We-
'Cause, you know, we
We'll
gotta
do
see
that.
the new list.
We're on the right track. We keep plowing through these.
So then we also ask some fans to send in their opinion of what the greatest game of all time is. So let's hit the mailbox real quick.
Let's hit the
What
mailbox.
are we?
The GOG.
Hotline, baby.
The hotline for our fans' opinion of the greatest game of all time.
Hey, Jules, longtime caller, big-time fan Tom here. I think the greatest game, it's been talked about,
Pause.
but it's Seahawks-Pats. Super.
This guy's name's Tom. You think he was named after Tom? He sounds like he's probably 28.
I could see it.
Probably.
He's talking about a Patriots game.
There got to be a lot
He
of
could be under.
Julians and
If
Toms
he's what he got to
running
be
around.
like. Yeah, he's definitely after Brady. Keep going.
Hey, Jules, longtime caller, big-time fan Tom here. I think the greatest game, it's been talked about, but it's Seahawks-Pats, Super Bowl, game-winning touchdown, 10-point comeback. It had it all. Great play by Butler at the end. I think that's my number one. You know, it had it all. The storyline, the stars. I know y'all talked about this on your podcast before, but that's my vote. Have a great day, Bubs. Love you.
Nice to meet you, Bubs. That's
Right
a
on,
good
Tom.
one.
That's
That's
a
not the
great game.
greatest.
It's a good one.
That was a really good one, actually.
Yeah. I suspect that ends
Legion
up
of Boom.
I suspect that ends up top 5 for us. We'll see.
Hope so.
We'll see.
Hey, Jules, this is Ago calling. The best game of all time was Cal-Stanford football.
Bad is on the field.
John
Bad is on the
Elway
field.
leads a game-winning drive to take the lead for Stanford. We all know what happened on the ensuing kickoff. The band was out on the field. He's going into the end zone. The Bears have won. Imagine if this game happened today, the referendum about fans and bands and music programs and all the nonsense that would go with it. Back then, it was just a crazy win. Greatest game ever. Cal Stanford, the band is out on the field.
We got to do that game.
That we got to do that game. That was I mean, I grew up in the Bay Area, so that we all knew that game. I mean, that was pretty crazy. But first off, that'll never happen in today's day and age, because if one person were to ever step on the foot after all these crazy like things that are happening at games and public events, I'm pretty sure snipers taking them out. Done. One band member gone.
R.I.P. to the Chuba kid.
And also,
oh my God.
R.I.P. to the Pac-12.
Oh yeah, boy.
Yeah,
one out.
R.I.P. That was a
R.I.P.
Pac-10
This
game,
is
Bubs.
now-
That could have been a Pac-8.
This is now
Let me look that up.
This is an ACC rivalry now, right?
Oh, my God.
Oh, my
That's
God.
disgusting.
Yeah.
Stanford and the
Blasphemy.
ACC.
Yeah, Stanford and Cal went to the ACC.
These kids are going to have to go on a Friday, fly across country, and then come back probably right after the game on a Saturday, have Sunday to recover up, go to class on – yeah, right. It's going to be so hard.
Also, because we've done some research about this Cal-Stanford game, Ron Rivera played for one of the – also Mike Nolan, former 49ers coach. There's some heat
Berkeley,
in the coaching staff
probably.
here.
Hey, what's up, guys? Just now seen the post. Question was asked, what is the greatest game of all time? I'm not sure, but the greatest fight I've ever watched was probably a good one. Probably Nate Diaz versus Conor McGregor 2. Both of them, 1 and 2. That was cinema. Thank you.
Those fights are so entertaining. And I've gotten to meet and hang out with Nate Diaz. He's a Stockton guy. I got family in Stockton. I know how rough and tough those jokers are. And he don't give a fuck. That dude is crazy, bro. He just eats the punch. He's a street fighter, man.
We're doing some work to try to get him
We're going to get him on. He's going to come on.
That'd be sick.
Yeah.
I wonder what he wants to talk, what fight he'll pick.
Maybe one of these.
Maybe one of these.
Yeah. But I agree. UFC, I'm not a big fight guy, UFC, but the fans really seem to like this, and those are fun episodes.
He is a scary dude, and if Kyler argues with him, On a score?
That might be one where I turtle. I might turtle big time. Oh yeah, it's 10.
Yeah, he'll knock your ass out.
Yeah.
Straight out.
Yeah, I don't disagree with that at all.
Yeah, I think we'd all.
Everyone's got
we'd
got
all give
their
you a
limits.
pass.
Everyone's got
Actually,
their
he's such a
limits.
charming, sweet dude. If he likes you.
Yeah, but actually, this makes me think of we got to get some boxing matches in here.
I'm down, brother.
We got to get some
The
boxing.
sweet science, baby.
I want Tyson.
Tyson would rock. We got to get
so
him.
many good. George
What if Tyson
Foreman.
had a score that you didn't fucking like? What would you do there, Kyler?
I would. Well, with our new and improved scoring system,
You won't have to say anything.
We
You
would
just have a
guide
little
him.
Smug look in your eye.
We would guide him, but then we would know that our system is designed properly with data and thought that we still have an integrity score, even if Mike wants to give everything 10s.
I dig it.
But I think Mike would have an integrity fight.
I think so.
score.
Too. I think so too. Also, the thing with
'Cause
Mike is
he's not a bullshitter.
those stakes are super high. The star power, Mike in the 90s, super high, right? And then, maybe some of these fights where he knocks a guy out in like 3 seconds isn't the best gameplay. But
If we got Mike in the studio, man, it'd be so tight.
Oh my God,
is he gonna beat what's his dick when they fight? for
Jake
real?
Paul?
I've heard it's like a sanctioned fight. They just
It
came
is
out.
heavyweight, 16-ounce gloves.
Those are big
though.
gloves.
Those are big boys.
Okay.
If we get over my dead body, a Paul is coming on this podcast. My God.
Well, his gloves are right
His
here.
glove. He sent me a glove, Jake.
Oh,
You got
we
your-
like Jake. I forgot about it. Yeah, we're a big Paul.
We're Jake
Yeah,
guy.
we love those
Yeah,
guys.
I
Jake
can't wait
guy.
for a Paul to
He
come
sent
in.
me a fight.
Oh, we
fight
love
glove.
those guys. Maybe we'll go on Impulsive or whatever his pod's called. We'll drink Prime and all. We love those guys.
No, I think that's his other. That's his brother.
Oh, okay. Same guy to me. Whatever.
Yeah, they're all the
we
same.
love them.
All right,
But go Iron Mike.
Respect them. They're fucking geniuses. And the motherfucker, I mean, he looks like he's learned how to fight pretty damn good.
Also, boxing has always been about the spectacle. It's always been about the story leading up to it. They just take
And
it
they know
to
how to
the
make a
nth
damn
degree.
story.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
All right, one more voicemail on this block.
Hey, Jules. Ryan calling in from Tampa. Just a quick one. Best game of all time has to be the Miracle on Ice. Biggest upset in the history of sports, no questions, hands down. We had a bunch of college kids playing against a Russian team that had just beat the NHL All-Star team by about 7 goals the week before. So, craziest upset of all time. Best game of all time. See you later.
That is a pretty amazing game.
That would be an elevator pitch game.
Would we get Kurt Russell?
Not tonight, boys. Not tonight. Mike Ruzzioni from Winthrop, Massachusetts.
Oh,
yeah. Because this is, I'm a hockey guy. I actually bought a jersey for when we can do this game. The angle that I want to do, and the reason why we haven't just done it yet, is because there's like 3 or 4 of these Russian guys that speak English, and I think that there's a world where we could get one of them. There's been some documentaries about them that are great.
I don't know right now.
That's a good point.
Yeah, I don't know right now, Bubs.
Yeah.
This is a pro-America podcast, and I don't think their government would allow us to get on here.
Talk about defeating communism.
Yeah.
Your fictional character.
Rocky
These
and
guys.
Drago.
For real.
Here's a good question. He brings up Miracle on Ice. We're talking Miracle. We're talking Herb Brooks. We're talking Kurt Russell. What other game that we have done in our top 50 would translate well into a great movie?
Ooh, Jack.
There's one for you.
That's a great segment.
Have we done the Malice in the Palace yet?
We have not.
No.
That'd be a sick movie.
That'd be a sick movie.
I can just see the end of like the guy that looks like Jerry Ferrari just getting duffed out by Ron Artest. You remember that guy? He's out there on the course.
Well, 28-3 technically had 80 for Brady.
Oh, you're right. You're right.
And I think we do have some 80 for Brady gear on there.
Shout out to Jane Fonda.
Yeah, we have her.
Lily Tomlin.
Lily Tomlin. We love them all. Immaculate Reception. I don't know that there's enough.
You could probably, Kurt Warner had the movie, which is.
Oh yeah, Underdog, American Underdog, whatever it's called.
You could probably do a Christian movie about Boise State, Oklahoma.
I don't think that's a Christian school.
I know, but you could pick one of those Christian kids from Boise. They're a little like in the Utah vein. You can make one, and then they propose to the girl.
Oh no, yeah, the Ian Johnson story.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. That would rock.
That's the biggest game of my life. I swear I love you.
We should.
I got a surprise for you after the game. If we win.
But you know what? Let's put that on the old notes.
That's
and
a
bring
good.
Who
that
plays
back,
in
'cause that's a
Bransky?
great- Ed Sheeran.
No. Who's our Santino?
Andrew Santino. That's fine.
Andrew Santino.
Although I don't know
Jared
how
Zabransky.
much he would do in a Christian-produced movie.
Yeah, I don't know if for the right money, I'm sure he'd do it. I'm trying to think like, and Walton Goggins is Bob Stoops.
Who's playing Adrian Peterson? Who's Jonathan Majors? And let's go on.
Next topic.
Okay, 40-31. Let's unveil these.
Ready? Ricky's
Ricky's record.
Speaking of college football, 1999, week 11. Mac Brown. Ricky did it, baby.
It's a big. I mean, there's
Jack's 3 on the name.
Yeah.
Stake 7. Yeah. Ricky's record.
Yeah.
Run Ricky Run.
That would have been a good one. That was a really good one. I just like the cultural.
But that was. I think that wasn't that a E40 or something.
That was like a movie or a 30 for 30.
Yeah, 30. E40.
We gotta get Ricky on in person. He's close by.
That'd be sweet.
Let's do 39.
39.
I went and hung out with him at his house once.
He's a Manhattan Beach guy, right?
Yeah, it wasn't his house. It's like his creative studio.
Ooh,
we gotta get one of those.
We just hung out. I brought some tacos.
That's tight. How are the tacos?
They were phenomenal, but I was starving on the way, and he hit me up, and it was like a pretty cool. I think he loved the gesture. We sat and ate tacos and talked.
You brought the tacos?
I brought the tacos.
Very good guest
You're
move.
very good at the gesture, the hangout gesture, and a lot of it's food based, but it's thoughtful. I think you should get more credit for that.
Thank you, Kyler.
Yeah, you're welcome.
39.
39. The 2018 Stanley Cup Final Game 5, Caps versus Golden Knights. PFT was our guest.
I mean, this is suitable for this game, the Woodhead game.
Yeah.
The Woodhead score. You know what I mean? Like, you overlook it a little, but it was really a really great thing.
Jack, your scores are some hard anti-hockey bias here.
Sorry. I think it's just like, yeah, I don't know. This one cracking the top 30 is, or below 40 or above 40, whatever you want to say. Yeah, it feels a little weird, but yeah, I think Game 5, the star power, I think, pulled it down a little bit for me, given it was just OV and PFT.
Oh, 4-0.
Yeah, Jack, this is pretty.
Sorry, I might have gone a little hard.
You went real hard here. And just look at next to the Ricky's record here, where you scored Ricky record 5.5 fine, but there's only one star in that game, or maybe 2, Mac Brown and Ricky Williams.
Yo, Dan Campbell was on that.
Dan Campbell was.
Applewhite or Applewood?
Applewood. Applewhite. Fuck.
It's Applewood, isn't it?
Sorry, yeah, I pulled this one down.
Oh.
Yeah.
38. Shall we
Let's
touch
move
on 38?
But Jack hates hockey. Good to know.
Hey,
I should have sandbagged.
I'm a puckhead guy. Let's go Bruins.
I should have sandbagged college basketball. Man.
Oh, we only have one to do it for.
That one dropped 10 positions.
Wow.
It was 29, which felt probably right for it, but okay.
That baby had an anvil on its waist.
And his name was Jack McCarthy.
My 8-9.
Number 38. The Legion of Boom game with Carissa Thompson. Seahawks, Broncos. This was a bit of a, this was a blowout Super Bowl.
The name is pretty better than a 2, Jack.
Jack throws out 2s the gameplay, the Seahawks played really well.
Right, but no one's going to look back and be like, that was one heck of a Super Bowl. They'll be like,
that's true.
First snap was over his head.
Yeah. It was like
safety.
Literally from the first play, all right, this is going to be
done.
Yeah.
I was in New York watching this thing. I bounce.
Cold weather. Were you at MetLife for this one?
No.
Oh, you're in the city somewhere.
Amendola.
Festivities.
I like
it was awesome though, because you'd watch the game and you had a booth, and during the game, when the game was on, it's full attention, the game's on, playing loud. And then as soon as it went to commercial, it'd be bumping out. And then as soon as the game came back, the music would stop. You'd go to the gameplay.
It's like going to a basketball game or a hockey game.
I was going to say a wild game of musical chairs there.
Yeah.
It was fun.
Okay.
That's tight. 37, the Sean Alexander game. 2019 Western Conference semifinals. Warriors versus Rockets. This was with Ryan Russillo, Steph Curry, ice cold in the first half, on fire in the second half. They took down Chris Paul, James Harden. This one is 37.
I mean, that's a respectable.
That feels right.
Where are we
for
all
that.
at? He gave it a 7-0.
Yeah.
I gave it a 7-8.
Yeah, you went a little
Jesus,
high. I think you star power though, and I think that's fair. That Warriors team.
No name killed this one.
Yeah.
Jack KD that year?
It.
What's up?
They had KD that year.
Yeah. Yep.
I mean,
he got injured in these playoffs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of star power for
Hella
sure.
stars, like
Yeah,
4 Hall of
that's a star
Famers, 5
power.
Hall of Famers.
I like to think of star power too is not just like total stars, but like percentage of stars. So I feel like with these super teams in basketball, if you got 4 stars on a team and there's 5 players, really, like that's really high. Where it's like, that's why wrestling or fighting gets higher stakes because if they're both fucking stars, not stakes but star power. Anyway,
And if you'll remember, the Khaleesi was at this game sitting courtside
She
for some
was,
reason.
yes.
The Khaleesi.
That's why Jack had an 8.4.
That's right.
You guys had the same star power on that one.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Number 36, moving on. 21-31, 1995. Angels versus Orioles when Cal Ripken set the record. The Iron Man. This game we did with Lewis Black.
That feels right.
That feels right.
That feels good.
Heck of a streak. Game itself, we're here for the streak. We're not here for it.
So that one moved up 3 positions. This feels right. I kind of sunk it a little bit with my stakes because the regular season baseball game.
Yeah, but the stakes. This was a record that was going for.
Yeah. If you were to account the stakes leading up to this, maybe I probably would have. Like the stakes here was just don't get the flu. Don't have Kevin Costner cheat on your wife. Right.
Yeah, just make it to the ballpark.
Just Kevin Costner.
And 5 innings.
And make it 5 innings.
Yeah.
You think Kevin Costner would come on?
I bet he would.
I don't think he's just too cool.
He's got that Western epic
he's filming photography of something I saw. He was making his own. What would he? He's a baseball. I mean, he's got to be a sport fan.
What about Tin Cup?
Tin Cup,
Do like a
all timer.
Love.
We've
Tin
always
Cup.
talked about doing a
Bull Durham?
fictional game at some point. The
Moving on,
35th.
35. Shout out Jonas Gray. We are on to the 2011 Stanley Cup Final, Game 7, Bruins Canucks with Big Z. Joe List came on and chopped it up with us on this one. This is 35. Feels a little low, but
This feels low.
This feels low.
Jack,
Like
7.9
low as in-
stakes. This is a Game 7 of a major
So
sport.
is that too high on the list?
No, it's too low on the list, so it should be higher.
So
The score is too low. The placement's too high.
So should it be closer to 50 or closer to 1?
Closer to
closer to
1.
one.
Yeah.
So then shouldn't it be lower?
Yes. The real who's on first.
It's all
here.
about perspective.
Should
Glass
be lower.
half full, glass half. Yeah,
But
I'm with you. It should be lower.
I think your anti-hockey bias, 7.9 out of a Game 7. I mean, I guess it puts it in the same place as a
Char
Super
had an
Bowl.
integrity score.
Well, this was Char didn't score this.
Oh.
Remember we'd scored after.
I feel like yeah. The name dragged it down for me. I should have.
I gave it an 8.
Yeah, I think
gave it an 8.
Jules, I think your score was pretty good. Yeah, I
Yeah.
gave it a higher name, even though it doesn't technically have a name, but like, it's very present culturally. There was literally fucking riots after it. That picture of those like kids making out in the street with fire behind.
That was pretty
kind
cool.
of sticks with you. So, but okay.
All right. I'll give you. This should be higher.
Sweetness.
Lower, higher.
Anti-hockey bias.
34?
34.
Sweetness.
Ricky Williams.
The Bush game, 2005, Week 11, Fresno State, USC. Reggie ran for 500-something all-purpose yards.
That's a record, right?
That was a record. I think it still stands. This one, rank change. Woo. Woo.
Down 16.
Woo.
Yeah. Also, the last Stanley Cup final went up 9, but still didn't go
Okay.
quite enough. And these two next to each other don't feel great.
No.
Yeah.
Moving on to 33, Larry Bird. We
Doesn't
love you.
feel great.
Yeah.
2001 NCAA title, Duke versus Arizona. This one didn't move much. Went down 1 spot in the rankings. I mean, the stakes are high. I think we're all pretty much in agreement in the 9 region there. No name.
9.6, Jack.
Yeah, that was high, I think. A little too high, probably. Gameplay, I mean, it was close down to the
9-6.
end.
Was this dude going back to back?
It is a title game. It is 2 blue chip programs. I do think stakes is a little high there, Jack.
Jack.
Yeah, I think that's my college basketball bias showing.
Yeah.
Yeah, fool.
Sorry, guys, but it was no. Duke was not going back to back on this one. Just to clarify. Yeah, I'll admit my wrongs there.
Our 32?
32.
Is that OJ? R.I.P.
R.I.P. Juice.
He was 32.
2014 BCS National Championship. Auburn versus FSU. We did this one with Burt Kreischer, as you'll remember. He may not, you may. I will say, this one, the star power and the no name, I think, hurt this one a little bit.
No name and star power.
This is an underrated BCS game.
This was a
agree on that.
spectacular.
This was a great fucking game.
Kick return, comeback at the Rose Bowl. I mean, you name it.
Yeah.
Yeah, this one, but I mean,
it moved up 9 spots.
Those are blue chip.
Right.
Like FSU that time. This wasn't FSU in the 90s with Dion.
No.
You know what I mean?
Jimbo
like
Fisher.
This is Jimbo
this was like
Fisher,
a random.
crab
This was a
legs.
random come up for FSU.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Same with Auburn. I mean, like.
And Auburn usually, I mean, they've lived in the shadow of Alabama. I'm not trying to put no salt, but like.
Right.
Auburn does the thing where they kind of like you hear it and then they
Yeah,
spike
they
for a year or
spike.
two and then they
They always do that.
This
But like
wasn't the Cam
consistent
year,
blue
yeah.
chip.
Yeah. Then their coach leaves, becomes a senator, fucks over the country.
Yeah. It's like, yeah, it is just very good. That's a good way to put Auburn.
Yeah. This feels too low, but I think it is notable to point out that there isn't any cachet to this game, even though it's up there with Boise State, Oklahoma in terms of like actual gameplay. That maybe doesn't have as quite iconic plays, but the back and forth was pretty wild. On
Yeah,
this one.
that's one. This is certainly one to revisit if you forgot about it.
Yeah.
31, moving on. The 2002 Western Conference Finals, Game 5, Lakers versus Kings. Hassan Minaj, Mike Bibby were with us for this one. This feels a little
I
too...
gave Sacramento King bias
Yeah.
on my score.
0 rank change.
Wow.
Interesting.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
So we're staying at 31 with that
Kind of
one.
nailed that one.
I used to.
We had integrity with this score. The referees did not in that game. I like that. It's pretty cool to see a game not change at all.
Yeah, I like that.
That's integrity.
Neat.
Cool. Okay, let's do another.
Jump into some of these.
Go into the hotline again.
What's going on in the hotline bling right now?
Same thing. Guess audience giving us their favorite or their greatest games of all time.
I love it.
Hi, this is Brittany from Roseville. California. I just want to say that the greatest game, in my opinion, because it's biased, is the 2017 Falcons-Patriots Super Bowl because it was a sweet, sweet victory to come from behind. And obviously, Julian, you had the greatest catch of all time, in my opinion.
I mean, that's a pretty crazy game.
I will say, now we've selected
From Roseville. That's not even a Bostonian.
Shout out to
Probably
Brittany
a
from
parent.
Roseville.
Probably a parent.
A lot of calls from all over the place. It's cool.
Probably a parent from like Worcester or something.
I love it. Hey, shout out to Teddy Bruschi when we're talking Roseville, California.
Teddy Bruschi.
We got to get him on in person.
We got to get Teddy back.
So while we didn't,
Teddy's intensity will. You might get scared, Kyler, on your scoring system shit.
Well, I don't have to get scared anymore because they're allowed to score freely with influence, and we've protected it from the back end. But I will say by far the most calls and most examples of the greatest game of all time from the fans was this game. There was probably maybe about like 50 callers that just said this game. We didn't obviously put all 50 because that would be a lot, but from our fans, this is unquestionably the fan favorite for best game of all time. Makes sense. We also have a hard Patriots bias.
I don't think so. I think we got some others.
I think so too, but I just think our fans are. If we had to look at some demographics, I'd say we were a lot of Patriots fans.
Hey, what's up, Jules? This is Kale calling from Baltimore.
Baltimore.
The greatest game of all time is Game 5 of the 95 divisional series between the Mariners and the Yankees. You have the main character based on the 90s in Ken Griffey Jr. Not only homering to make the tie up, but scoring the winning run from first in the 11th on a line drive from Edgar Martinez. You have one of the greatest starting pitchers ever in Reddy Johnson coming in and gutting out the 9th, 10th, and 11th after pitching 7 innings 2 days before.
Jesus.
You have a Game 5 win in a series that literally forced local officials to keep baseball in Seattle. Not to mention appearances from David Cohn, Mariano Rivera, and the spread of talent in New York at the time. This game has the names, the moments, and the narrative. It is simply the greatest.
That's
way to state your case, baby.
For baseball, that's great.
I think this is the high watermark for
peak
baseball.
baseball, baby.
Mid to late 90s baseball.
Gosh.
Damn.
That
Edgar
Yankees team
Martinez,
was so good.
Randy Johnson.
How did that Mariners team never win a championship?
I know.
Griffey, Johnson, Martinez, Alex
Baseball's
Rodriguez.
tricky, man. Because it's like those Braves in the 90s. They only got one. They had like the best pitching ever.
Yeah.
Dude. Maddox, Schultz.
Glavin. From Bill Ricca. Great hockey player.
You know what I saw in Bahamas? Chipper Jones.
No way.
And I was literally talking with the guy on the craps table who's working it. We were talking, and he was watching the baseball game, kind of, while he was, I was like, who's your team? He goes, I love the Braves. I go, dude, I used to fucking hate Chipper Jones because all he did was tear our fucking face off in San Francisco. And then 10 minutes later, Chipper Jones walks in.
Simulation.
And he was such a gentleman.
That rocks. Did you guys chop it up?
Oh, we chopped it up a little.
Bro, you manifested Chipper Jones.
That is wild.
Chip.
You never know.
It's a great baseball name.
Now you just gotta manifest Tom Brady. Andrew Jones. Andrew, I love Chipper and Andrew Jones was always fun.
The Jones brothers.
Yeah, John Smoltz. Those Braves teams were fun.
They were great.
Yeah.
Mama said it's when Bobby Boucher showed up at halftime and the Muck Dogs won the Bourbon Bowl.
Love that game.
Great game.
This guy makes a good point.
Had some star power.
I like this guy. Do you remember?
And that's why you don't do drugs. Coming from Lawrence Taylor. Want Lawrence Taylor on here too. Awesome.
Oh my God.
By the way, need to get LT.
Yeah, gotta get LT.
That would be incredible.
Hey, Jules, best game of all time. I mean, as a hockey fan, I got to go with the Bruins Game 7 over the Leafs, 2013, down 4-1 with 10 minutes and 42 seconds left to go in the game. Nathan Horton scores with 10 minutes, followed by 2 goals with the goalie pulled. Patrice Bergeron scoring the tying goal. Leon Lucic scoring the 3rd goal. And then, of course, the GOAT, Patrice Bergeron, in overtime, sending the Bruins on to the 2nd round. What a comeback. Go Bruins. Go Boston. Go Pats. See you later, Jules.
Dude, I remember that game.
That was a great game.
Because we were out in Boston. I think that wasn't in. That was in Toronto or.
No, it was in Boston.
It was in Boston?
Yeah, it was 2011. It was on their cup run that
This
they
was
won.
2013.
He might be wrong.
You might be wrong?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was 11. I drank, and I know I'm not supposed to, but Sean Thornton was hosting the Sir Stanley Cup, and I drank some beer out of it.
I'm a big stickler for the sanctity and the cultural nature and the rules around the Stanley Cup. I think you being a Super Bowl champion.
I wasn't a Super Bowl champion at the time.
Oh, well then, fuck you.
Maybe Sir Stanley ignited it.
Was it 2013?
I think. Hold on, let me double check.
Maybe that was. I thought they won the Stanley Cup that year.
Man,
we'll look it up later.
Bergeron retired this year, didn't he?
We should get him on. Is he? I wonder if he's still in Boston when we go to Boston. Maybe we can record some episodes. But this is a great game.
Down 4-1, down 28-3, down 3 games to none. That's what fucking Boston does, boys.
Don't bet against Boston.
Hell yeah!
All right, let's get back to these.
Paul Pierce, what did he shit his pants? They were down points.
Okay, 30-21. Let's see it.
Let's get to it, baby. Number 30. Squish the Fish, 1985 AFC Championship, Patriots Dolphins with Gary Goldman, number 30. This one dropped 7 spots in the rankings to bring us to a 7.56 total score.
What? This a-hole. Jack.
What?
6.75. I guess, what would I put? 8.2.
Yeah.
8.
I'm
7.8.
a little Russian judging
Name
here.
that's a Squish the Fish.
That's a great name. I don't know why
that was
I
like
put
a huge thing for the Patriots after that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's not entirely fair to give that game all of Squish the Fish. Squish the Fish was kind of bigger and not just a game.
I think that's where it started, though. That's where it originated.
Yeah, it might have. Yeah.
Yeah, a little low there.
I want to say, I've been catching a lot of shit for being Mr. Poopy Pants on scores, and look at these scores on Jack. Some bullshit.
Hater. Low-key closeted hater. Number 29, the almost tie game. This one dropped 23 spots.
Yeah.
Sorry, Mad Max.
Yeah.
This was 2022, Week 18, Chargers Raiders.
A short-lived time in the top 10.
A short-lived time. Hey, you were there for a minute.
Yeah, dude.
Star power, I went hella low here. Sorry, guys.
Why?
Jack hates Brandon Staley.
Yeah, sorry.
That's a negative pointer?
Yeah. R.I.P. Brandon Staley.
Not every play caller's a good head coach.
That's words to live by.
It's just how it goes.
The Peters principle.
Words to live by. Number 28.
Corey
Shout
Dillon?
out to Corey Dillon.
Marshall
Corey
Falk.
Dillon? I was saying Marshall Falk.
Marshall Falk.
Love Corey Dillon, but Marshall Falk, man. He bad man, thousand.
All right. The double doink. 2019 NFC wildcard game.
I gave it an 8.5.
Eagles Bears.
It's a great
8-5.
name.
Great name.
I gave it a 9.3.
Yeah, I gave it a 9 flat. Shout out to the Long Brothers. This went down 1 spot in our ranking, so we were all pretty much in agreement.
Did they grade this one? They did.
No.
Just you and Sam.
This was us, yeah.
Back in the day. 27.
Star power. I guess there was no quarterback.
Yeah, Mitch Trubisky.
And then was it Nick Foles,
and
too?
Nick Foles, yeah.
Yeah, that's fair.
27 was the Super Bowl 56 Rams Bengals We did this one with Andrew Whitworth, the farewell Andrew Whitworth.
27.
Dropped 10 spots to net us out at a 7.64.
A random hit it and quit it for the Rams, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Sounds about right.
It does.
Spangles, too.
does.
Jack with the 2. Jack, you love throwing out
There's
that
just
2
no
on
name.
names.
There's no name.
No, that's true, but...
But I just went super hard on the no name there. 26 was the Cowboys-Bills Super Bowl with Michael Irvin.
How about them Cowboys?
I was with Coach Jimmy Johnson, man.
Mike Jackson on the halftime show.
You wrote down a casino with Jimmy Johnson. That's all you hear. How about them Cowboys?
Is Jimmy Johnson a ring on his pinky guy? Because
Jimmy Johnson, I'll tell you right now, has probably the most electric hairline I've ever seen.
I was just going to say, how is the hair off camera?
We went on and we did a Survivor thing as a team. Like, we did, like, the whole... And Jimmy, he was on Survivor. So, like, if you would take a look at Jimmy when he was on Survivor, like, 30 years ago or 20 years ago, and now, I mean, guy was, like, full in it, looked the same. Dude,
he was actually
great.
He was on the Real Survivor?
Oh, he was on the Real
I didn't
Survivor,
know that.
like a celebrity edition.
Wow.
This game
I think
did
he
not
went pretty
change.
far, too.
No change in ranking.
Another
Zero
no changer.
change.
Yeah.
Wow.
Cool. Number 25.
We're into the top
Halfway
25,
through.
folks.
We got to go a little bit faster.
All right, let's
here.
hurry through these. The can't wait game, 2011 AFC divisional round. Jets, Patriots, Rich Eisen. This
Can't
one
wait.
dropped 6 spots.
Negative 6 points.
Yeah.
Negative
He
6
gave it
change.
a 10.
The fact that this is in
on
the top 25
stakes.
irks me.
Yeah.
I will say I am guilty
Top
of using the
25.
gif of this sometimes with Bart Scott saying that, but it pains me every time.
It was pretty.
Okay.
That's pretty badass to be a fucking team.
Yeah.
To go in Foxborough and beat the shit out of them. Can't that's. I give them that. You gotta tip your hat sometimes.
Speaking of hit it and quit it, that was a Jets hit it and quit it moment.
Yeah.
Well, no, they didn't get to it.
They fouled it and quit it.
Yeah, something. Super Bowl 21, Giants Broncos.
Ty Law.
Phil Simms, number 24, Ty Law. Phil Simms was with us this episode.
Ken Griffey.
King Griffey also. Nice. A bit of a dominating win there by the Giants. Moved up 6 spots, 7.72. Seems a little high, but
it has the
we're going to Disney World.
Disney World.
This is the first we're going to Disney World. This is
Was it World? Was it World or Land?
Land.
Was Land at the time?
Probably. Where was it at? Where was the game at?
It was at the
Rose Bowl, so probably Disney
Land.
Yeah.
It is a
23.
7.72. Moving on to the Michael Jordan, the 23rd ranked game. Elway versus Montana, 1994, Week 7. Who cares if it's a regular season game? It's in the top
different.
25.
This is different.
No, I agree.
This
I'm
is
with you.
Montana versus Elway.
It's a Mount Rushmore.
Monday night football, be there, be square, appointment television.
Put on your starter jacket.
Goat when he retired. Goat when he retired. Montana's last time playing Elway.
This was a heck of a game.
This
only,
was spectacular.
only moved down 1 spot.
Yep, going into Mile High, getting a big win. Number 22, 2005 NBA Finals, Game 5, Spurs Pistons with Robert Horry, Big Shot Bob.
No change.
7.9, no change.
No
Honestly,
change.
thought this might have dropped just because it's a Game 5, not a Game 7.
Yeah.
Feels a little weird being in the top 25, but went into overtime. Big Shot Bob did Big Shot Bob things.
It was consistent all the way through, right? Like name is whatever, but like gameplay, star power, stakes were all pretty in a good spot.
Amen.
Big Shot Bob's a great name.
It's a great name.
Yeah.
And
then we all remember. I mean, Robert Horry's remember for this game
doing this stuff. Yeah,
all the time.
Put the man in the Hall of Fame. 21. Was this be our Fred Taylor game? 21.
Deion Sanders.
Prime time, baby. Love Fred Taylor.
Youth
Only
football.
one
Julian.
person knows 21.
Prime time.
I mean, it was in my email because of him.
21 is Super Bowl 53, Rams, Patriots, 13-3 win. Jules MVP. This is an 8.03. Another no change in the rank.
Yeah, that's pretty
Wow,
boring.
we're kind of honing in on some of these last ones. Back to the hotline.
Let's see what the fans are saying.
Hey, this is Zach from New Hampshire. My homer pick for greatest game of all time. Week 13, 2003, Patriots at Colts. Huge game. Patriots go up 31-10. Colts come back, tie it up 31-all, and then, of course, the Pats make a goal line stand to end the game and ultimately get home field advantage
and win their second Super Bowl in 3 years. Best game all time.
Sneaky.
Go Pats.
In category of regular season games, that's in there.
Up there, yeah.
Like those kind of cool comebacks, goal line stand.
Willie McGinnis.
Not a lot of
And
games.
you got,
ending on
you
a
got
goal line
Brady,
stand.
Brady Payton.
Height of Brady Payton.
Height.
Yeah, and this was before the dynasty, right? This is only one
This
Super
is
Bowl.
before he was Tom motherfucking Brady.
You're great
As Ty
point. Not a
Law
lot
would
of
say.
games in on goal line stands.
Yeah. All right, let's hear another fan's greatest game of all time.
Jules, Ray Hudson here. Calling about the greatest game. First off, long-time listener, first-time caller. I'm going to have to go with Fortnite original map, risky reels, work our way over to lazy links, occasional hot drops at tilted towers, boys together, end of the day, can't beat it. Top game all
You are
time.
talking my love
Where are we
language.
dropping boys?
I'm talking. That's the exact location you had to go. We were actually. What was the one? I don't know. When this thing first came out, before it became fucking way too crazy with the building and editing and all this shit, I was hooked on it.
Oh,
And
my God.
Like 4 or 5 guys in the teams. I used to call Adam Butler because Adam Butler was hella good. I'd be like, "Yo, Adam, you on? He's like, "Yeah, man, let's go." Because previous regime, like previous older guys, we were playing COD, but when this came out, the original map, spectacular.
Who was in the COD crew?
Randy was in it.
Wow, really?
Yeah, everyone was in it. Ornberger, Shane Vereen, Tyler Gaffney. But I remember when I was the younger, I was like one of the rookies, and Randy would come play on with us, and you'd see Randy's guy in the fucking battle royale. He'd be looking at the sky and shit, and Randy'd be, "Oh man, this shit hella good." Yeah. And then fast forward to when I was the old guy playing these Fortnites with the fucking younger guys, I was just slapdick. It's crazy. Your dexterity. I don't know if when you're born and you start out with 3 buttons. These kids, they're starting out with the triggers and stuff. Your dexterity's developed quicker at a younger age.
Time comes for everybody, baby.
Comes for everybody.
Chug jugs for the boys, though.
If you could score this game, would you score it? What's the star power?
What?
What's the stakes of Fortnite original map?
Stakes would be low. Actually, stakes at the time were high because when you gotta fucking win with your boys for like the first time. I mean, I remember we all used to take pictures of it. You need to take a picture of the victory.
Number one victory.
Number one.
Victory Royale. Yeah, Fortnite is about to go down.
Be doing a little dance and shit.
Emoting. Oh, my God.
Emoting.
God, I want to play some Fortnite now.
Greatest game of all time, in my opinion, is the Miracle in Motown, whatever it's called. December 3rd, 2015. The Packers were trailing late in the game. They ended up coming back and beating the Lions when time expired. We got to throw a Hail Mary and we won the game. Go Pack, go.
Was that the one with like the double Hail Mary?
December 3rd.
It won NFL Play of the Year award.
Wow.
At
Was
the
it a
2015
Hail Mary?
Yeah, it was Aaron Rodgers.
Aaron Rodgers won one of his
Richard
5 Hail
Rodgers.
Marys.
Yep. 61-yard Hail Mary pass to the end zone. Caught by tight end Richard Rodgers for the game-winning touchdown. That'd be a good one to do. I like that.
Love a nice NFC North game. Although I hate when an NFC North game is played in Detroit because they all need to be outside. And I hate when it's like indoors late in the season.
I completely disagree, even though I tore my ACL in Detroit and I hate that fucking field. But that new stadium, which is probably this one.
Yeah, is that Ford?
The Ford, built in an old factory. It's like underground. It's fucking sick.
So for indoor stadium spectrum, it's still pretty badass.
Yeah,
okay.
you don't think it's like a. I mean, you know, it's
the
a stadium.
old one was just like a fucking.
Yeah, but it's like an old factory. They
That's
like.
cool.
It's just. I think that's cool.
Wait, so we're gonna have 3 out of 4 in a. We're gonna have Bears will be indoors, Lions will be indoors, Pack will be outdoors.
Vikings indoors.
Vikings
They've
indoors.
always
Jeez.
been indoors.
3 out of 4 indoors. Ugh.
It's cold out there.
Is Bears
boys.
full? I know they
Wait,
released
aren't
the
they doing a
plans.
new one? They're doing a new stadium in Chicago. Are they making it outdoors or indoors?
I think it's indoors.
Is it? I thought that was one of the coolest stadiums we played in.
Soldier
the
Field,
old
I know.
Soldier Field, and they renovated it.
So it looked like a UFO.
Yeah, it looked awesome.
I don't know. It just felt cool. It I don't know. There was a lot of. It felt old, but it was kind of new.
It's kind of like what they did with Fenway, where it like still has the old charm, but it's like slightly more better amenities. All right, last one here.
Game of all time is the Patriots comeback versus the Atlanta Falcons and the Super Bowl 28-3 when they came back and beat the Atlanta Falcons and Julian Edelman in that best catch in the game. and then Tom Brady threw for the rest of the passing touchdowns, and then they ran in for the rushing touchdown to score in overtime to win the game. And then the next year they went, and then the next year they lost to the Philadelphia Eagles with the set.
How old is the
Why'd you have to
kid?
throw in the last part,
It makes
bro?
you feel bad for swearing.
How old is this
He's
kid?
a good kid. I don't know. It sounded like he just came in from playing, though. Like it was that, like, still out of breath, like, ready to take a huge swig of a Gatorade. And you got to get your whole story out at once.
This is like going out and playing for a kid this day and age. Yeah, right. He just got off a sweaty match of Fortnite, and his mom gave him 2 seconds left to go out and fucking go out and to eat dinner. And he's like, I got to get this in real quick. Let me call this in.
Mom, I got to call the Games with Names hotline. Hold on. I like this guy.
Love him. Call back in, Bubs.
Yeah, amen.
Sonny D. All right, 20-11.
Sonny D, the worst drink for you. Not one
Great
bit of juice.
stuff.
Pure sugar,
Give
but
me that
tasted
Sonny
so
D.
good. We're in the top 20. Let's go, baby.
Top 20.
20. The Iron Man match, WrestleMania.
Iron Man match.
12. Shawn Michaels, Bret Hart from the old pond in Anaheim, California. 8.04.
Kyler.
Dropping 7 spots.
6'7", Kyler.
Yeah,
Stakes 2.1, Kyler?
It's written.
No, it's not.
It's hold on. These are still higher than my 2.1 is still higher than Jack's 2 bullshit on every single game that doesn't have a cool name.
Iron Man match, pretty cool.
Stakes are 2-1.
Yeah, it was determined ahead of time,
bro.
All right, moving.
Are we including the stakes in the writers' room beforehand? Hey, what if we did the longest match yet? What if we did the
real?
Still got to go and execute.
It's fucking real.
And that's why I gave the gameplay an 8.1.
Oh, very good. Good point. Good point.
19.
19. We're inside the top 20.
Brandon LaFell.
Brandon LaFell. We love you, JoJo. Super Bowl 54. 49ers Chiefs. Heidi Gardner in the building.
I know.
Jules was in the building for that game.
Dropped 10 spots.
Down in Miami. Dropped 10 spots. Sorry, Heidi. 8.06 was the total score. How does this feel, fellas?
That feels okay.
I mean, it's the kickoff
Good
of
comeback.
their dynasty.
Yeah.
That's true. Oh, we're catching a little bit of shit from our fans, and I think it's true that all the Chiefs games that we cover are only from fans and not from players. So we might need to hit the old talent book and get some Chief players of this dynasty to come talk about some
You gotta get
games.
Travis Kelce on this bad boy.
That'd be tight, man. Maybe get Rasheed Rice to
I
fly
texted
on over
him.
here.
I texted him.
Sorry, too soon? Too soon? All right.
I text Travis, and I didn't want to just fucking ask him. I asked, hey, you want to come hang out? Maybe. And then, kind of
Yeah, well,
Did he
talk
big
about
time?
it when you're at the house.
Did he big time?
He didn't big time me. He just said he was busy.
He just signed a new deal, the highest paid tight end.
How much?
Shout out Killer Trav.
I don't think the numbers came
I
out.
think
but
it was
they said high.
34
million.
Yeah, but I don't know how many years. That'd be probably like 2 years, maybe.
I think 2 years. Good for him. Hey, you manifest Chipper
deserves it.
Jones, we'll manifest Travis Kelce.
That'd be
Also, Patrick said he'd do it. We just scheduling.
I would love to get Pat on and talk to him. I have a couple stories I would love to break down with Patrick Mahomes. Pre-Patrick Mahomes at a Super Bowl, together hanging out as backup Patrick Mahomes.
That's crazy.
Andy
You got him
Reid-
before he was the man.
Let's all agree to have this show last long enough for when Andy Reid retires, we get him on here because that would be
Andy Reid would be awesome.
awesome.
Wonder
What would you
go?
What would you do for the food spread for Andy Reid?
Food spread?
I mean, cheeseburgers comes to mind.
Just
Sorry
wear
to-
Hawaiian shirts.
You gonna pass those nuggies? Those little fingers.
So funny.
He's a great actor.
It's
Great,
great, yeah, the
Great
whole
actor.
thing.
He's a great actor. Oh, okay.
I think you got to go with the smorgasbord of just, you got to have a bunch of good handhelds. You got to have like a fried chicken sandwich. You got to have a burger. I'd even throw in like a great French dip. Maybe have like Hillstones or Houston's or R&D Kitchen. We get one of those. I mean, a deviled egg or two. Like he probably likes.
Your thing with deviled eggs is
Love deviled eggs.
It's crazy.
Bro, those ones at Hillstones the other day, I'm still thinking about them. I'm still thinking about them.
Are you actually still thinking about them?
Yes,
or are you
I
just
did the
saying
other day.
that?
I did the other day.
Okay, all right, just checking.
18, Peyton Manning. UFC 229, Khabib McGregor. 8.08. We had Dana White in here with us doing that one.
A lot of people love this episode.
We got to
It
do
was
more.
a fan
UFC.
favorite.
Yeah.
One of the fan favorites.
It's jumped 15 spots, which I think deservedly
It
so.
deserves.
For sure.
Yeah.
18's a great number too.
It is.
Chaim.
I love it.
Life.
17, the Phillip Rivers game here. The 2011 NBA Finals, Game 6. Mark Cuban dropped 14 spots.
What's the total score?
The total score is now an 8.13.
From a 9.5.
Still feels high.
Dropped 14 spots, yeah.
Still feels high. The dirty dirt game.
The old rank was third, too, so this feels maybe a little bit high, but this feels okay here.
We're on the right track. We're making progress.
I mean, that's a big upset. Beat those Heat teams.
No, yeah, big time.
Like that was a huge 3 guys.
And only in 6 games, too, yeah.
A very big 3. Number 16.
Montana?
Wide right.
Wide right.
Super Bowl 25. Bills Giants. Tom Papa was in studio with us reliving that one. 8.32. The name is doing a lot of heavy lifting here.
The name is I mean, we're still talking about
Stakes too here. Yeah. Stakes and name.
I just got to say one thing. Tom Papa, I went and did his show and his podcast. What is it called?
Breaking Bread.
Breaking Bread. And he bakes everyone a homemade loaf of bread.
That's so kind. Thoughtful.
Brought that loaf home, and I cut it up for Lily in the morning for toast. She hadn't stopped asking about it. She goes, Dad, can we have that bread? I go, And I'm not a guy that lies to the kid. I don't. One of my friend, one of this guy, is he a friend? Not a friend. A guy's podcast I went on to that gave me this bread. I don't think he can just make it for me every day. And so he goes, Dad, well, I love that bread. It was a sourdough. It was good. Very good.
God. Lily might have to get Tom on the foot. Like, that's a ringing endorsement.
Tom, hey, I walked in, so Tom has daughters, so I know he understands that it's tough when I can't give my daughter a Tom Papa loaf of bread.
Tommy B might have to start marketing that stuff or selling it, something.
Dude,
that is awesome.
That's a great present for people when they like. That takes time. You think about that. That's thoughtful. It was spectacular.
Now you're in a precarious situation, though.
Yeah, I know.
You got to learn how to make sourdough
lie to my child. Thanks, Papa. He'll lie. Yeah, this Tom Papa's bread. No, it doesn't taste like it, Dad.
All right, moving on. Number 15. The double comeback. Wow. 2014 AFC divisional round. Ravens, Patriots.
Seems a little high.
The double pass, the double comeback. Seems a little, I mean,
I don't know.
It is up 12 spots from last time. To me, this is like a top 10 game for sure.
Yeah.
An 8.33 overall.
It's a divisional round game, guys.
Yeah, gameplay's great. Star power is good, and there's a legacy to it. Granted, we are biased Patriot fans.
For sure.
But as for a non-Super Bowl,
what people don't realize, this was a rivalry.
Oh,
this was a rivalry for a good 7-8 years.
Oh yeah,
Ravens, Patriots. Could have even been longer with when before I was there because Ray would always give us trouble.
For sure.
But like they had no problem coming into Foxborough and playing us. They beat our ass in Foxborough twice. Was it twice? Maybe. I remember
the game
there was
you
one
balled
that they
out.
Should have won too, but
2009, and then there was another one.
Yeah,
they beat us. They beat us twice in Foxborough in the playoffs. So there was a lot of like, I don't know. Maybe this is a bias. That's biased.
Baltimore,
I think it could be a little low, or I think it should be closer to 50.
I think it's
been closer to 1.
I think it's.
So I don't know what to say. Is it higher, or is it supposed to be lower?
I think this is a good spot for it. Baltimore going into New England is a lot like New England going into San Diego. We just have their fucking number. Don't give a shit. Don't care about the seedings. It's gonna be
comp.
You gotta empty the playbook on that one.
That's not a good comp because San Diego never beat us. Like
no,
we'd still beat
I guess
the Ravens, and then the Ravens would beat us.
Yes, that's true.
I was just thinking of having to dig super deep.
I mean, we played the San Diego Superchargers in an AFC Championship with like a depleted team. What was the score? 37 to fucking 6. When every person on TV had the chart, they came into Foxborough,
ran it down their throat,
and it was cold. Like they lost before the game even started. It was a January game. No, they're not the Ravens Patriots. I'm not
saying that the rivalry is the same. I'm saying the fact of a lower ranked team coming into, but I guess the big difference is New England is generally hostile, where Qualcomm was never really a hostile environment.
Actually, Qualcomm got hostile.
Did it?
Yeah, dude. We played there in 13. That's what sparked the run for us to go win the Super Bowl that year, or 14, when we went out and lost to the Packers, and we stayed in San Diego for a week. That play, dude. Chargers fans love Chargers. Like the San Diego Chargers. I know
Yeah.
they don't love the LA Chargers anymore, but there was a charm about going to San Diego. Those people in San Diego, at least, it was a shithole fucking stadium. I mean, the locker room.
Yeah.
You're shitting with dudes right next to you. No stall things. Like, it's so weird when you're shitting next to a dude and you're both wiping, and one's a lefty and one's a righty, so you have to look at each other while you're shitting. You know how tough that is pre-game? I guess it's an intimidation factor, but
Oh
yeah.
my god.
But they had like fans loved it there. That's all I gotta say.
On the toilet talking about pardon my
Great
reach.
grass.
Oh my god.
Great grass. Love the grass.
69-yard touchdown if my memory serves right.
We're big fans.
We talked about that. I think with Gronk. Remember?
Yeah. Yep.
We manifested that fucking play.
sure
'Cause
did.
I manifested it for Gronk because I knew it'd be a 69-yard touchdown. So I'm like, Gronk, let's hit that 69-yard touchdown. I just so happened got it.
All right, 14.
The Shrug Game, 1992 NBA Finals. Game 1, Blazers versus Bulls. With Kel Mitchell, a recent episode, dropped 9 spots in the rankings, 8.37 overall. The name is doing a lot of heavy lifting on this one. It's
and finals.
And the finals.
And Jordan. With the shrug. I mean, that's been memed
Our first
on
Jordan
everything.
game.
That was a meme before memes were even big.
Oh, yeah. Feels right.
Feels right.
13.
Yeah. Dan Marino?
Dan Marino. The Bush Push. 05, Week 6, USC versus Notre Dame. Oh, this one hurts, but 8.39.
This feels high. It moved
The
up
name-
5. The name does a lot of the lifting.
Name does the lifting on this.
Yeah. Big
and
rivalry.
the stakes. They were on a huge winning streak
Yeah.
at the time.
Star power. Gameplay was good. Yeah.
No,
okay.
This was a great. This was a great college football game.
Shout out Charlie Weiss. Yep. Number 12, Tom Brady. 18-1.
There you go.
Not fitting. Oh, boy. Super Bowl 35, 37?
Jack, you sunk this, you skunk.
Oh, I hate this game. Patriots versus Giants.
Jack gave it a 1 on gameplay.
That's the biggest Homer
You
score
fucking
ever.
skunk,
I'm
Jack.
sorry. Homer, 8.47, still almost in the top 10.
I mean, it's
dropped 8
10.
spots.
This should be higher. But
This should be closer to 1.
Jack, so now we know where the lack of integrity has been this whole time.
Hey, that's a Homer score right
Just right next
I
to
can't
you.
even get mad at Giants fans when they say shit to us.
No, it's just they did it.
Like,
Yeah,
and I wasn't even a part of that one. And that's what people. Oh, way too one. Like I was in fucking college, bro. But you guys did get me when I was in the league too.
Yeah, sure.
I
Go
gotta
9-7 and get lucky.
I gotta say I hate this game as like a Patriots fan, but this episode was pretty cathartic in listening to Teddy Bruschi, and then also thinking of it from the perspective that had the Patriots won this game, might not created the second dynasty. It might have just shifted what Tom Brady was about, how much he wanted to do, what he wanted to, So I think that there's some compelling evidence that would you trade this for the second dynasty? Probably not, from my perspective. So there's a catharticness.
He
to
said
this.
he would trade it for 2 Super Bowls. I think.
Yeah,
Which
so
is kind of there.
yeah.
Number 11.
Which honestly,
Drew Bledsoe.
The Sticks.
Drew Bledsoe.
Number 11. We're almost in the top 10. 2003 AFC Championship, Colts versus Patriots.
I fought
Ty
the
Law.
law and the law
won.
won. Go back to
Drop
High Low and Ha. That was a fun episode.
That was
to
a fun
shoot.
episode. Shot o'clock.
Shot o'clock. Jesus. It was 11 o'clock, Rubs.
This dropped 9 places, which I think feels right. AFC Championship game.
Yep.
Gameplay is whatever.
Yep.
But
So we're almost in the top
Okay.
10. Stay tuned.
yeah, okay. Back to the hotline break. We are going to talk about a little bit of game wrecks here now, though. Shift it here.
Let's do it, baby.
Hey, games with me. This is the advice line, huh? Well, I got some advice for you guys. You guys keep doing all these games that we all watch on TV. We want some insider information. We want some insider facts, some shit that we don't know. We don't need these comedians that feed their back and having a good time. We know all that stuff. We were watching the game too. We know how they felt. How about we could go way back? Talk about 1998. Super Bowl run. Redwood City, 49ers. Let's talk some Naperville, huh? Talk some weird team in Texas. I don't remember the name. Let's get Jules and get some of the old ball coaches on there. Maybe we get Frank on there. All right? And Kyler. Let's line up the beer, huh? If you're gonna be on the show, let's get a little Clippers to that thing. Don't even get me started on old Jackie Birdwatcher. All right, that's just my 2 cents.
Yo.
This is your boy, Rock.
Rock coming
for next, bro.
Jackie Bird,
Bro, what is this?
Kyler,
I got a
you're
couple-
hiring people, dude. That's a
He
bot.
he ripped
That's a
on me.
bot.
He ripped on me.
Rock, I got a couple birds for
The
you.
reason I have a beard is so I don't have to shave.
I'll hit you with that New York salute, Rock.
Let's not bury the lead. Little foreshadowing.
Oh yeah,
Foreshadow.
Ooh, maybe Frank might come on. Maybe
We got a
he's-
Frank episode in the bank coming
maybe
here soon.
he's here today, and maybe we're recording this soon. Who knows?
All right, Rock, your wish
That'll
is
be
coming
fun.
Jules and Jackie, what's up, boys? I got a game for you. March 26th, 1997, Joe Louis Arena, Darren McCarty. That's best I could do for that part. But one of the greatest fights in NHL history. It was a big lead up from a dirty hit that was on Chris Draper earlier in the season. And the Wings were just waiting for this moment for a very, very long time, and they got their moment. Then all hell broke loose, and I think it would make a great Games with Names. Darren McCarty would probably be the guy to interview, and huge fan. Love what you guys do with the pod. Keep up the good work, and hopefully soon enough we'll see this Red Wings Avalanche on the pod. Thanks a lot, fellas. Take care.
I like that old school hockey, Kyler. What do you?
Kyler's like,
we should.
let's do it.
No. There's a little bit of a grassroots, not campaign, but this is a sneaky under the radar people wrecking this game. The Avalanche and the Red Wings of this era were both very good, and it's also like old school hockey where there's like Darren McCarty, like toothless.
Gotta check it out.
Yeah,
I would love
a lot
to
of
do it.
fights.
I'm down.
This would be a fun game. I don't necessarily love this as the representation of NHL, but this is a fun time. These are fun teams, and this is a crazy game. We should do that at some point.
Week 1, 2009, Patriots versus Bills. Brady's looking a little shaky. He's got that ACL injury. Is it going to
I
affect
remember
him?
this.
Affected him for most of the game. Didn't affect him with the last minute 16 where he threw 2 touchdown passes to Ben Watson.
Leotis
Sealed that
McKelvin.
game up, and everyone in New England's always buying Leotis McKelvin a drink for his return out of the end zone for some damn reason. Jules, love the show. Jack, Kyler, love it, guys. Keep it up.
Hell yeah.
That'd be a fun game.
That'd be
That's
awesome.
a fun one.
We got to get scare weather.
Oh
Brandon
man.
Mayweather, he forced that fumble on that.
Dude,
I remember this game because I housed a punt week 1 in the preseason, and so week 2 in the preseason, I get a really bad high ankle sprain. So I'm sitting there like I'm not making the team. So it was, you know what I mean, because you can't make the club in the tub, and I was in the tub, and the whole week before cuts, Billy O'Brien's fucking with me, like, because he knew I was gonna make the team, but he knew that I didn't think I was gonna make the team. He's like, man, cut days. Like, he would just say some shit like that, get me all fucking scared. And so I make the team, but I didn't dress for this game. So I was at home watching the game, and that was the first experience I saw of like Tom Brady doing some Tom Brady shit. Like, we were down 2 touchdowns with like fucking minute to go in the game. Like, it was his first game back from the ACL. There were some things, offense wasn't going great, but when it was net cutting time, Tom hit Watson on those 2 bangers down the middle of the field against cover 2. I was watching on this, I was like, oh my God, this is so crazy. I'm on this team. Like, fuck. It was nuts.
Oh my God, we got to do that.
That's
game.
awesome. We are getting to a problem where we have a lot of Patriots fans and players, and we're like having to like allocate which games are going to who and this kind of stuff. So it's good to have some more like oral history, fun Patriots games in the mix.
Amen.
All right, last game rec.
Julian, I want to hear some of the biggest games of your childhood. What were some of the games that left an impression on you? I know you grew up in the Bay Area, probably a Niners fan. I'm a Niners fan. I want to hear what some of the biggest games to you when you were growing up. Probably the Niners NFC championships of 92, 93, 94. I think those would be awesome games with names contestants. So, I don't know. I'd love to see some Niners games on there. All right. You have a good night. Bye.
definitely got to get some Niners games on. I got a Niner game that just always sticks out, especially in my childhood, is one. It was in the divisional round against the Packers. Niners used to meet every year in the divisional round, and Brett Favre would send us home. And this was the year Terrell Owens, T.O., goes and he had a couple drops early in the game, and then it was like the last play of the game. Steve almost stumbles, fucking zings it to fucking down the middle of the field to T.O. T.O. catches it, gets banged twice in the end zone. Game. Like, that's the one game I remember as a kid that I was like, oh, shit, yeah.
Is that the catch 2 game?
It was one where he caught in the middle, down the middle of the field, and we finally beat freaking the Packers. I think we won the Super Bowl. And we didn't win the Super Bowl that year. It was a later one. But it was insane. We're definitely going to get some of these.
Who was the quarterback? Was it Jeff Garcia?
No, it was Steve Young.
Okay. Yeah, some that era.
We got to
90s.
get that era. I would love to get Roger Craig. I would love to get like Tom Rathman, Brent Jones. We're going to get Montana here. I'm going to do whatever we can to get Montana. He'll be fun. And I've met him a couple times, and he's just fucking Joe Cool. I mean, my dog was named after him. So, like, we're going to get some Niner games. That's a promise. That's an absolute promise.
Love that. Okay. Let's reveal the top 10 of games with names.
Oh,
Rescoring
baby.
Extravaganza.
Oh, baby. Here we go. Drum roll, please. Number 10. The wheelchair game, the 2008 NBA Finals, Game 1, Celtics versus Lakers. We had Paul Pierce on. This clocks in at an 8.56. Feels right.
Jumps up 18 spots.
Jumps up 18
Top
spots.
10 game, come on.
We're in playoff season. We're all Celtics homers, so that probably accounts for a little bit of it. But
I'm not a Celtics homer.
All right.
I'm a Celtics homer.
Yeah, we're everybody else but Kyler, Celtics homers. Yeah.
It's
feels
got
all
a
right.
lot of cachet to it.
It does.
It's a
It
high
does.
stakes environment. There's a cultural component. It's kind of sports lore.
Yes.
More so maybe than just pure.
There's a lot of backstory of what really happened that everyone's got to take on. So you're right. That it lives on in lore. That adds a lot to the score. Number 9, Immaculate Reception, 1972 AFC Divisional Round. Raiders at Steelers. Terry Bradshaw. This comes in at an 8.56. Drops one spot. Gameplay hurt this one a little bit. It was low scoring, a little bit ugly, but we all remember the epic last play there. Franco Harris.
Yeah, I mean, this play, everyone knows the name of this game.
Yes.
Game.
Yep.
This is a historic game.
Another elevator pitch type game.
This could be the game with a name.
For sure.
Literally.
This one, the casual fans know
R.I.P.
it.
Franco.
R.I.P.
Yeah.
And it was a great we had a great episode with
That was
Terry.
awesome.
I mean, that was like
It
one
was
of our
incredible.
first
Terry's
70s guys, that like
This is
gave
our
us
oldest game to date.
unbelievable
Yep.
stories. I mean, Terry's a fucking pro.
Pro.
I mean, these guys,
Great episode.
he was the best.
Awesome guy. Awesome episode. Hopefully we can get Terry back.
Terry
someday.
did bust Brady's balls that he hadn't come on my podcast yet.
Hell yes.
Yes.
Terry.
And
Plant
Terry
those
did say,
seeds.
man, he was really impressed with, the games with names, crew, Leah, everyone, like how he came in. It was pro, bang, bang. And we did get, we did get him fried chicken.
That's fried
Got him
chicken.
best fried chicken in the city.
That was so good.
What was that fried chicken spot? Honey Kettle?
It was very good.
Hit the comment sections. LA, what's best fried chicken spot in LA?
Hell yeah.
Don't give me that Roscoe's. That's a lazy answer. It's a lazy answer.
Number 8.
Number 8.
The Ovechkin game.
The Antoine Walker game. Patriots, Rams, Super Bowl 36. This is with Ernie Adams, the greatest show on turf, R.I.P. The dynasty is born. An overall score of 8.59. It's moved up two spots.
This
Top
is-
10.
this
Feels
is-
top 10 worthy.
This is a great game.
Yep.
I mean, we shocked the world. I mean, no one thought they had a shot.
Nope. Not a shot in hell. Double-digit underdog coming into this
Double
one.
digit that's never been done. Double
No.
digit underdog to win a Super Bowl. Maybe the 18-1 actually. That was the other
Oh,
other
yeah.
one.
Were they double?
I got to
It could have
double
been
check
10
the
points.
spreads. But I think it was 10. You're right. Yeah. Introduced as a team. Brady, the Brady legend is born here. Feels fair. Number 7, Super Bowl 24, Titans versus
That's not
Raiders.
24.
No, not
That's
24.
34.
34. Yes. That was with Kurt Warner. The 1 yard short game.
The reach game.
That was a
McNair.
fucking electric ending.
Yeah.
8.60.
And that was a
Yeah,
good,
that's a
that was a
good
great game.
That was a great game.
I mean, they made that whole story with Kurt, how he came in and like took over that team, and that team. We don't even talk about the defense. Defense is fucking phenomenal. London Fletcher never missed a play in football.
Love London Fletcher.
And the game even got referenced in Castaway, so you know it's got to be good if it gets referenced.
Also,
in
it's
a Tom
only
Hanks movie.
it's only it's only 1/100th of a point. We're cutting hairs now. It's only 1/100th of a point between the Patriots. Rams. Actually, all three of these games were within 0.04 points of each other. Like we're getting into the
nitty gritty.
Number 6.
Six.
The Statue of Liberty game.
Wow.
The 2007 Fiesta Bowl. Boise State versus Oklahoma with Jared Zabransky.
Up 19
and Adrian
spots.
Peterson. Up 19 spots. We all realized this was ranked a little bit too low previously.
Now this is our highest college game.
We'll see.
I think it should
It
be.
probably will be thinking
It
about the
should be.
games we've done. Yeah.
It should be that. I mean, this or
Until we do 2005 USC Texas.
which was the same. No, it was 2005 or was it 2007?
No,
I think it was the
2005. It was 2005, I think,
Yeah,
because
different years, I
the
think.
Bush push was that year. Yeah, but it's close in the same era.
Because this also had a really good national championship this bowl season. Or
Was
the
it
national-
Oklahoma, Florida? Was this Tim Tebow?
This was USC Texas.
No.
Texas beat them.
Yeah.
In the
No.
Rose Bowl.
The same year. This is 2007.
Yeah, but the game from hold on. Yeah, but then that 07 year was also the Tostitos.
I'm telling you, this was the same. It was on the same card of the bowl season. Because it could be one of those crazy 2006, 2007 games. Because I don't think it played in 2007, but it was a
the year
2006
crap
season.
is always
In 2005, the USC won the Natty, and then 2006 they lost, but they played in 2007 because it's. So this is on the same card.
Yeah, but the really good Vince Young game
is on this card.
No, it was 05.
It's the 05 season played in 2006, right?
This is the 06 season played in 2007.
Yeah, this is the next year.
Or is the next year?
So then that game was going to be that year. So then the 2007 national title, it's confusing because it looks like it's also sponsored by Tostitos, but it is not the Fiesta Bowl, which was also presented by Tostitos. This was the 2007 Tostitos BCS national championship game in which Florida whooped Ohio State.
Yeah.
41-14.
And the Broncos were the Boise State team was the only undefeated team that year.
Either way, good game, worthy of being there.
That's a great game.
Yeah,
Great
this is
game.
an awesome game. I also think from a stakes perspective, this is a game that has stakes that exist beyond the actual championship, right? Because this is mid-major at the time, small school.
But also a lot of in the other fashion, Oklahoma could be sitting there like, fuck, why aren't we in the Natty?
Absolutely.
So they didn't play their hardest. This was pre guys didn't play in bowl games, but
Well, we talked about Adrian Pearson. He said he wanted to go out and win, You could also make a case that games like this really start laying the groundwork for what we have now in college football, which is a
Playoff.
12-team playoff. Because look, here's a bullshit whack
12-team
school.
playoff between professional teams.
That's right. Yeah.
These guys over here.
So I love this is my personal favorite game. I think this is a great place for it. I think, I'm glad it got the 19
It's a great
spot
game.
jump because it deserves to be here.
Great game.
And now,
Top
the moment
five.
you've all
Top
been
five.
waiting for.
Top five.
Top five.
Top five.
Top five.
Number 5 on the list of greatest games of all time so far on our hunt is the 1999 Women's World Cup. China versus the United States. Played at the Rose Bowl. Did a lot for women's soccer. Did a lot for soccer in America. Brandi Chastain, all-time sports moment. 8.73 total score.
This literally, because I was playing soccer in the early 90s. Our men's soccer team wasn't doing nothing.
Nope.
These girls were rock stars. And especially playing in China, there was wasn't there some shit going on with us in China at that time?
It was a big
There always
rivalry.
is.
There was a big
There always
rivalry
something with us in
between
China,
two.
okay? It's
Yeah.
us, China, us, Russia. Anytime pro sports are involved, it gets above and beyond. It gets above and beyond. And she took her shirt off in the 90s. This ain't WAP right now where that shit's all right.
But it wasn't even about taking her. That was the celebration that all the guys were doing at the time.
Yes.
Yeah.
But you know what I mean? That's why sprungboard.
Yeah.
I think it sprungboard women's sports in general. You know, especially with what's going on with Caitlin
100%.
Clark.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like
Yeah.
Kate, we've been unstoppable since then. I mean, I know we
They
lost
choked-
a couple
not
times.
choked, but they had a hard
year,
last one,
But like
yeah.
that was also political on like the team built. Like they probably didn't. They had to play the older girls. That's
Yeah.
how it goes.
It
When you
also
become
speaks to the growth of women's sports on a whole, that there's more parity. At
Way
this
more.
time, it was just China, U.S., back and forth.
And Canada was good.
Yeah,
probably.
but like
They
now
was
is
good.
more, yeah. And that team was stacked. I had a sister that played soccer
Mia
because
Hamm?
of them. Mia Hamm.
Garcia Papara, weren't they married?
Yeah, Nomar, baby.
Nomar.
My sister was at like 10 at this time.
I wonder
maybe
what their
13.
kids are up to.
They got to be athletes.
They got to be getting to be college age now.
We got to look that one up.
To look that
Look
up.
that up because
But,
those
like-
are two studs.
Oh my God! Yeah.
When this women's team played at Gillette, it was like transformative experience for New England girls at this time.
100%.
My sister was like, "Oh my God, Mia Hamm looked at me." It was like looking at fucking John Lennon. It was crazy. So this is a great place for this game. And it was a
Icon.
great game too, even though it was 0-0 until
American
the end.
icons, baby.
But in soccer, that's
Yeah, it was back and
That's like-
forth. There's nothing more stakes than
PKs.
penalty kicks in like a World Cup soccer.
oh my God.
Ready for 4. Are we ready?
4.
2004 ALCS. Game 4, Yankees, Red Sox. The game that started one of the greatest comebacks in postseason baseball history.
Wow, baseball hitting top 5.
Big Poppy.
It's impressive.
8.88 on the total score.
I mean, this was a legendary game. It's Boston, New York.
Boston, 100-year like rivalry and this whole snake bet thing.
The whole Babe
Curse the
Ruth
Bambino.
curse when he left for the Yankees to do this to the Yankees.
Also,
This is awesome.
this Red Sox team was like, but this is the Cowboy Up year, all ragtag, Johnny Damon with long hair and a beard versus the shaved Yankees, the underdogs, and then not only is it an underdog like just Yankees versus Red Sox, actually how the series played out, going down 0-3, they were
Yeah.
just another level of a comeback on top of a comeback.
That's
Yeah.
probably top 2, top 3 comebacks of all comebacks.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
No doubt about it.
I think this is a great place for this one.
All
It does need a good nickname.
It does.
But I think that like it is one of those
Get in
games.
the comment section. We need to know what the nickname. We need a good name for this game.
But this game, much like the '99 Women's World Cup, is
That's
that
the only
it
thing
doesn't
that
even
really
need a
shut it
nickname.
down.
It's just like you kind of
You just know it, and it just impact. It's just there.
But everyone does know 2004 ACLS.
Yeah.
Dave Roberts, Big
And
Poppy.
I wasn't even an
Poppy.
ACLS kid.
Yep.
So clutch. Number 3, we're getting down to it. The Malcolm Butler game.
Butler.
Seattle versus New England. The Super Bowl. Whew. We had a call about it earlier in the episode.
You know,
it feels right, I think. Up 17 spots, by the way.
Yeah.
It's worth noting.
At the time when this Super Bowl was in the books, this was the largest comeback in a Super Bowl. And that ending, I mean, we'll remember this game for the rest of life because of Malcolm's interception. Like that is a crazy, crazy ending.
It really is.
Yep.
I mean, like, unheralded guy at the time to top of the sports world. Like,
It's what makes sports great.
it really is.
Yeah.
Tom getting back on the train. We went 10 years that won a Super Bowl.
That's just insane.
10 years.
That'll never happen again.
And I think sometimes with games like this where there's a specific moment, if you look at the Immaculate Reception, like it was kind of a whatever game until that big iconic play. This game had an iconic play with the Malcolm Butler interception, but also it was a great game back and forth.
I mean, it was a back forth slug fest.
That catch,
good
the bobble
defense.
catch. Yeah.
I mean, there was a lot of crazy shit that went down in this game.
Great fight at the end is worth
Fight,
noting.
Bennett and Gronk.
Coming to blows.
Slate, maybe some slight New England bias on our end here,
For
but I
sure,
think
for
that this
sure.
is. I think time will look really favorably
Yeah, but
upon this
even
game.
people.
It's I mean, it's all time for me. So
We
I'm
just,
cool
we
with that
also
score.
there could be other
Yeah.
games that are better.
Oh,
We
yeah.
just haven't done them yet.
Yeah, I haven't done them yet.
Great point.
Amen. Good caveat with yet. This is also our first game that enters the 9 club. This was a 9.08. Previously 8.88 on the ALCS game. So we're in the
Triple A's,
9s.
The Snowmen.
We're 3 snowmen. Shout out Young Jeezy. Number 2. Number 2. We are close to 1. We can almost smell it. Number 2. 28-3.
28-3.
Super Bowl 51. Falcons Patriots. 9.23. Tough to beat that. Biggest comeback in Super Bowl history. What do we think?
Up 14 spots.
Up 14 spots. I like that part.
Jack, you almost gave it a perfect score.
Oh my God, yeah. Really, really, really close.
I mean, against all the odds and for everything to happen, for that to happen, I mean, I don't think that'll ever be done like that again.
No.
Yeah.
Gotta believe.
Gotta believe.
Gonna be a hell of a story.
It was a fucking hell of a story. I mean, look, it's number 2 on the fucking list.
Deservedly so.
If I can be on brand and just be slight poopy pants for a second, I will say there's an argument here to be made that gameplay isn't quite as good as it feels. And the reason I say that is because it wasn't back and forth per se. Like, let's say the Seahawks-Patriots game. It was.
Yeah, but there was driving by the offense and then all of a sudden a mistake.
Yeah.
Or an interception or a fumble, which, you know what I mean? Like,
for sure. And I gave it a 9.8.
Yeah.
But the reason I didn't give it a 10 is because it was almost like 2 blowouts. Not quite, because there's stakes involved in time, whatever. But it was almost like Falcons time, then Patriots time.
See, I gave it a...
You gave it an 8.9. I gave it even more. But great game.
Amazing game.
Amazing game.
And now, ladies and gentlemen.
What's number 1?
The moment we have all been waiting for. We're unveiling our new number 1 from the first 50 games on our quest. The Super Blood Wolf Moon game, the 2018 AFC Championship game. Patriots go into Arrowhead and beat the Mahomes Chiefs on their way to a Super Bowl.
This is like a passing of the torch game.
It sure is. A 9.39.
Now, it didn't change position. So this
It
is the
did
same.
not.
The old one is the new one.
It sure is.
But I think you nailed it, Jules, why this game is the number 1. It's because it's 2 dynasties butting each other up.
Butting each other up.
That's a better way to
Dick the Butts, boys.
It's back to back. It's a passing the torch game. Yeah.
What movie's that from? Dick the Butts, boys. It's got to be Full Metal Jacket or something.
Star power off the charts here. We'll look back.
Yeah,
A lot of Hall of Famers here.
This is insane. This was a fucking crazy game.
Great gameplay, legends. The stakes are
Back
high.
and forth, overtime. Changed a rule because of it that Kyle Shanahan didn't bring over with his team, and I'm a Kyle Shanahan fan.
It also meant a lot, like, talk about bias. It meant a lot personally for all of us, too.
100%. The dog. I mean, every play in that third down drive, like, it was hanging on, like third downs, like.
High scoring, but great defensive plays.
Incredible. Romo was, like, on fire in the booth. That was peak Romo.
Yeah, peak Romo.
Peak Romo.
Peak Romo.
In Arrowhead, breath coming out.
Laser pointer in Tom's eyes.
Great
Laser
execution.
pointer in the eye.
It's a great game. And I think because it was only, 6 years ago, but I think that as time goes on and Patrick Mahomes adds to his resume, let's say he gets a few more, whatever, he's starting to get in the conversation of greatest quarterback of all time, not just in performance, but also in, resume now, that because it's Brady versus Mahomes, that you don't have Tom playing Joe Montana, right? You don't have Peyton Manning playing Joe Montana, right? So you look back and you have Tom right now, the unquestioned GOAT. Maybe we don't know in 10, 15 years where Patrick Mahomes' career goes, that maybe this is kind of like a great against great.
Amen. And for Pat in his first year as a starter to make it to the AFC Championship game and push the GOAT to the brink like that, that's a testament. And got to tip my hat to Rob Riggle, a.k.a. Ron Ribble, coming in here as a Chiefs diehard and doing a Chiefs heartbreaking loss.
Yeah.
We respect that.
That's I mean, he's
integrity.
He's a Marine.
Integrity.
Yep, he's a Marine.
Amen.
He's a Marine.
And can I just...
That's a man of integrity.
Amen.
I know we started off contentious today, but now I stand by our top 50 now.
Hey, if it passes the
I stand by
smell
this
test, I'm there.
list.
I still got some whatevers, but yeah, I would stand by it.
Nothing's perfect. Cool. So good list. Good list, everyone. That was
good.
Stand by that.
That was good.
Yeah.
I like it.
And to wrap up this rescoring extravaganza, we're going to be giving out some awards now. The old Gamies.
The inaugural Gamey Awards.
Highly coveted.
We got the Gamies participant trophy.
The participation trophies.
Kyler, why don't you break down what our Gamey Awards are going to be?
They're just some, fun bullshit. Just fun bullshit. Well, I don't want to, there's no more substance than that about the 50 games we've done before. Do you want to start with if anyone can guess what the Mark Cuban Award for Worst Guest Score is, the nominees are Big Cat for giving any score for the TB12 championship. Particularly the star power was quite high. Reggie Bush for stakes of a regular season game against Fresno State, a little high.
Pat Hill played him tough.
Pat Hill. And Mark Cuban. Of course, Mark Cuban could be nominated for the Mark Cuban Award for Worst Guest Score, and perhaps the impetus for this entire episode.
Hey, by the way, we got to take off. Is he not an owner anymore?
He's a part owner.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not controlling stake, I don't think.
And who does the winner go to? Mark Cuban.
Mark Cuban. Who would have thought? The first Gamey Award for Mark Cuban. Let's go. All right, you want to do the next one?
And our next one, also named after an illustrious guest, the Ernie Adams Award for Most Knowledgeable Celebrity Fan. This was tough. I mean, everybody could have been nominated, but the nominees are Gary Goldman from the Squish the Fish game, Heidi Gardner from Super Bowl 54, and Eric Stonestreet from Montana versus Elway.
Wait, no Ernie Adams? He can't be.
He's not a celebrity fan.
Oh, yeah.
More in the coaching category.
Oh, yeah. I get it.
Drum roll, please. And the winner is Eric Stonestreet, a man that knows ball, a man that loves offensive line play, a man that has been a season ticket holder since I don't know when, and is now a suite owner. Suite holder.
I mean,
Suite Cedar.
I want to go see the suite.
I want to see the suite.
I want to see the suite.
Eric, in exchange for this award, please invite us to a game. We can be bought.
And
we can be bought.
We can definitely be bought.
Yeah.
Great nickname giver.
Great nickname giver.
Also wildly connected.
Wildly connected. I mean, if he wanted to suit up at guard for a game, I bet Andy might let him. Like, he runs that place.
I actually think you said that he could maybe get on the headset or call some plays in the preseason.
He could.
2 degree.
He could. 2 degree.
Yeah. Not unless Goodell takes away that third preseason game.
Is he trying to do that?
That there's talk. He said, get rid of the third, make it a regular season, 2 preseason, 18
great.
regular.
That's great.
Super Bowl on President's Day weekend.
We just had 15 quarterbacks gone last year from football.
Less
All right,
preseason.
let's go. Speaking of
Eric Stonestreet.
great injury, CT award for Julian's worst pronunciations.
You want me to read the nominees?
Jackie, why don't you
got
hit him?
Jules, you got it?
You got it.
The nominees are Rod Ribble. Major Applewood.
That's a multi-episode one.
That's a multi-episode
That's
one.
a multi-year
That one had some legs.
And also Major Apple White. Just white.
There's an Applewood pizza where I grew up that I liked.
Not to be confused with the smoked bacon as well.
Or Applebee's.
And our third nominee, Bart, Brett, and Bort Kreischer.
I said Bort?
I believe there was a Bort.
You never said Bort, but
no?
that's a Simpsons joke for all you Simpsons heads out there.
Sorry. Over my head.
And the winner
By the way, there is numerous honorable mentions for this one.
For sure. This list could have been a category with, hundreds. And the winner is Rod Ribble.
Rod Ribble was pretty bad.
Right on. Awesome. Moving on. Shall I take the next one?
I'll do this one.
All right, you got it, Kai Guy.
The Leon Lett Awareness Award for not comprehending the premise of the show. The nominees are Ty Law. Granted, alcohol was involved there. Shady McCoy. And Burt Kreischer. And the winner goes to...
Drum roll.
Shady McCoy.
Shady McCoy.
Nice. He came in and made it his show. We like it.
Yeah. And Bill Sucks.
Yep.
He still thinks
Tom.
it. He still thinks it. We
Yeah.
were walking by each other right up in that hallway at Fox when I'm in there doing Colin Coward. He's about to get ready for Speak. We'll literally argue the 15, 20 paces up and down these stairs the whole time until he goes to his show, until I go to my show.
Does he walk slow in the hall? Does he have the running back walk?
Not a crazy slow running back walk because he's out, I think. It's different. And we were also, we also had some time limits we had to get to. Live TV, you can't be late.
Little pep in that step, baby.
Pep in that step.
And are we doing this last one?
Yeah, let's do it.
The Sam Morrell Memorial Award for Best Future Guest. Sam, we love you. Your legacy on this show will always live on.
Always.
And especially live on through this physical manifestation that is a Gamey Award. And the nominees are Tom Brady.
Tom Brady.
Maybe a future guest. Who
Maybe.
knows?
Who knows?
We're manifesting.
We're manifesting this week.
We'll manifest this.
Bill Belichick.
Coach B?
Coach B.
Famously
Famous.
went on Pat McAfee's show.
Social butterfly now.
Man.
He's going to be at the Roaster Herd.
Boy.
Maybe.
Did you watch him on the draft or no?
A little bit here and there.
Yeah. He smiled.
Yeah, I saw it.
I didn't watch at a protest.
I watched the Drake May pick, and I just wanted to hear what he had to say, and then I changed.
I mean, he gave a talent evaluation. That's what talent evaluators will say. People are all busting his balls. Oh,
that was bullshit.
You know, all right.
He gave pros and cons to everyone, but
To
you
everyone.
just pick the story. It's how the media is, but not at Games with Names. We celebrate players in
That's
games.
We celebrate coaches that won't come into our shows.
And the final nominee in this category is the man himself, Sam Morrell.
Sam Morrell.
Drum roll, please.
The winner
for our final gamey of the night, Sam Morrell.
Sam Morrell.
Sammy.
All right, we got to get him on.
Just like Eli Manning, Sam beat out two great Patriots when it mattered most.
Nice.
Sam, we love you, brother.
We love you, Sam. We love you.
I would like to have him come on and we learn more about him as a person and not just dick jokes. Don't get me wrong.
I love a good dick joke.
Some dick jokes. And that's our post-guest segment, best dick jokes of all time.
There it is. Great segue, guy.
Yeah, right. There ain't no post dicks pics. National Geographic bird watching Jackie. Jackie got all excited.
Oh my God! I was frothing at the foam. Whoa, pause.
Whoa.
Whoa. Foaming at the. Oh my God! Champing at the bit.
What did he?
Cut that.
Well, that was fun.
There we go. We did
That
it.
was fun. That's been another episode of Games with Names. Subscribe on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, wherever you listen to podcasts. Comment a game you want us to do. And remember,
Rate and review.
Remember to follow Games with Names on YouTube, Instagram, X, TikTok, and Snapchat. Leave a message on the hotline at 424-291-2290. We will see you guys next week.
Tell us why we were wrong again.
Games with Names is a production of iHeartRadio. For more podcasts from iHeartRadio, visit the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.